that's where you find yourself wandering around. Let me drop you on another map here. Is that the map I want to drop you on? Sure it is. La la la. Everybody up north?
Yep.
Cool. You do not see. I mean, you're not exactly where you're at right now. You're just down the cave way. But somebody has 120 dark vision. I think it's Merrick.
Hooter on my
and
shoulder.
and Hooter and whatnot. But you do see down the way, off in the darkness, a looks like a little, wooden fence, not a big, huge barricade or anything like that, but just enough to kind of stop. You see a little table and a couple of chairs, and you see what looks to be a couple of goblins sitting there. What you would think would be guarding the area, but they don't seem to be too concerned. As well, you don't know why they're not too concerned, but
Okay. Neither are we.
you assume that since the way you came from ends up in a big rock with no exit, then this is probably not a very well traveled little pathway. Since why would anybody go that way? So yeah, let's say you're 100 feet away in the darkness. Phantom Pony Seed, cool.
Should we maybe up front?
Okay. I'm just gonna fucking walk up, and why the hell not?
Cool. You get to about where you are right now. The goblins who are obviously arguing over something that they're looking at over on the table jump up and go grumble, 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 and look at you menacingly.
Right. So
Does anybody speak goblin?
we come in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Take me to your leader. I got nothing.
You talk real slow and real loud, and they look at you confused and go grumble, 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 grumble.
So how do we communicate with them? One before.
I think someone had comprehend languages or tongues or something.
One of them,
or actually spoke Goblin.
The other leader had spoke a little broken common.
Yeah. Basically had a goblin translator last time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this could be problematic.
Here's a suggestion. Want to teleport out? I mean, grab a rock, we teleport out, and bring Gobaz with us.
Okay, you can actually find Gorbaz right now.
Gobaz, not Gobaz.
Oh, you mean
Gorbaz? Yeah.
Oh, well, Gorbaz would like to go back to the. Huh.
Did we ever actually talk with him about that? I mean, there was a reason why he wasn't here.
Your understanding of the Gresnik thing is it's a, it's an offshoot goblin. It's a very specialized goblin thing. The Gresnik goblins you've seen do not typically match up to your, say, normal goblins. They seem to be
they
sort
can
of
possibly speak the same language, right?
Yeah. They seem to be sort of more Neanderthal type of, stronger and savage goblins.
But comprehend language does not mean I can speak the language, correct?
You can, yeah.
That's true. You can understand, right, what they would be saying, but you couldn't speak it.
Correct.
Yeah. As you all sit there and look at each other, wondering what are they saying, this one draws a dagger and goes.
Tucker holds out his hand as if Oh, thank you. Give that to me.
Tucker, do you walk forward toward them?
No, he's standing still, but
Uh-huh.
he's his hand like, come here and give that to me.
Uh-huh. They look at each other very confused. And let's see, what would this guy do? One of them goes, and then this guy starts walking away.
Uh-oh.
Probably going to get a translator.
Was the
If
one
we're
with the
lucky.
knife?
If we're lucky.
Friends.
The one with the knife?
Or
walk
lots more
away?
firepower.
The one with the knife is standing there looking menacingly. And
Okay.
you do see down south there also two goblins that are behind another little fence area. They're looking your way as well.
You stand there confidently.
Mm-hmm.
I give the guy with the knife a confused look, like I was expecting him to do something, and then I, quietly turn back to the others and say, "Ready, fireball."
Ready, fireball. Yes.
So
Yeah.
you're just,
My one.
Cycle through, do you understand me in different languages? I mean, I've got Common and Elvish. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's probably a couple other options to work from, but we probably have way too much Elvish.
Yeah.
My other languages are not helpful here. I mean, yeah, I've got Common and Halfling, and I'm not going to speak in Abyssal or Infernal
I got it
for
for
obvious reasons.
I don't know. You might scare him and they'll let us in.
Well, the fact that there's 4 goblins who are facing down 5 high-level adventurers who are obviously well-equipped and experienced means that either A, they're very plucky, or B, there's another 75 behind them.
That's it.
Well, that's what the fireball's for.
Tucker touches his nose.
The thing is, that's not what we're
Hey guys,
here for.
I will start doing a ritual casting of telepathic, rarest telepathic bond.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not. Up to
Okay.
8 willing creatures you choose within range.
Yeah.
How do you know they're not willing?
Probably not willing.
Well, does he get a saving throw otherwise?
No, doesn't say anything.
Okay, fair enough then.
But you could use friends first.
I don't have friends. I have Booming Blade. Is that the same?
Okay, well, Merrick is going to ride up on his pony a little bit, so he's kind of even with Shadow and Talnair. And then he's going to wave his hands and create a minor illusion with sound because, well, he's an illusionist, showing Talnair leading the other goblins to victory and all of them cheering for him.
So you're like seeing it's like trying to show that he's a hero of the goblins.
Exactly.
Okay. This one sees that you're a magic user and he takes a step backwards, although he still looks menacingly at you. And he glances over his shoulder like looking like, hey, where's my buddy? And you better hurry back.
How does he know that I didn't prepare Finger of Death today?
He has no idea. He has no idea why anybody would be coming from that direction.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. They blocked that. So.
Blocked the
How
exit.
valuable
They
does this
literally
knife
wrote,
look like?
"Beware, great evil. Do not go through here" on the door.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
now
the goblins.
that great evil, as far as they know, is coming through the door.
Yeah. You're just gonna give it time till somebody comes back?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand there confidently, like I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
We should.
As that happens, the illusion's going to change, and it's going to be a bunch of little goblin children like cavorting and playing with a little illusory version of Tucker. It's like a little miniature puppet show scene of Tucker giving them porridge and them kind of dancing around happy and playing with a ball and stuff.
Hey, that worked before. Maybe we should try that again. Maybe we should crack out the oven and
Then Tucker like eating their heads off.
No, Tucker's not Barovius.
After a very short time, 3 or 4 minutes, the one comes back with a a couple of other goblins. They look to have on robes and seem to be a little, a little higher up on the food chain, I guess. One points to the group and points back to the newer goblin in charge. And this one comes up to the wall, takes a look at the group, and he says, "Pointy ears not welcome here."
Ooh.
And
You guys have pointy ears. What are you talking about?
And he's pointing at the elves particularly.
Everybody get headbands.
I'd get my
I'm not
fork and eyebrow and look at him.
Does it
What
include
what
cat
what
food?
what you want? What you want in Gresnik?
Well, we've been having this great adventure. We've been conquering all sorts of evil, bad things. Just kind of enjoying ourselves. And we came into a little coin, and we heard there's a bazaar.
You got money trade?
So
Trade.
Yes. We're looking to trade. We're also seeking information if you have it.
He takes a step outside the little gate there and comes striding up to Tucker. Kind of looks you up and down. Just gives you a sniff. You okay? And he goes over to Shadow. Shadow, he reaches out to look at your he tries to look at your ears a little bit. He's kind of looking at you, then he realizes, gives you a sniff. You okay? And he does the same thing to Merrick.
Well, when he gets near me and goes to sniff, I'm going to use prestidigitation to make it smell like cinnamon cookies.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. You okay? You be careful in Gresnik. We take you to bazaar.
Thank you.
Pointy ears not welcome.
There are pack slaves. They are porters.
Grumble, 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 and golems.
We'll have them put their hoods up.
He goes over and as he's looking at Merrick, this one your slave, and he pokes at Talnair very hard.
Yep. Smiles, grins at Talnair.
And he goes over
at the goblin.
Goes over to Rapona, gives her a yank. Who slaved this one? Anyone's slave? Shadows? Tucker?
Mine.
Tucker, you say mine?
Yeah.
She looked nice. She for sale?
Please don't sell me.
She is, but she's
How
very
much?
expensive.
Hold on, guys. Let's hear the offer.
I will burn this place
She cost me a wish spell and a special knife.
She look nice. We give you 200 gold for her.
Nowhere near enough there.
No, it would take more like 100 stacks of that before I could say yes.
He laughs in guttural goblin, and he turns to Merrick and Tucker. He says, you keep pointy ears not showing. Keep slaves in the place.
Okay. Well, Merrick will snap his fingers at down there and then kind of pat like the stirrup of his pony to indicate that he should, come over there and heal like a good elf.
Telepathically, it's like, yeah, this isn't the best thing, but if it gets us all in.
Mm-hmm.
I turn around and do the come hither gesture to Ravona, but I'm
So you know what else will get us all in?
Cool.
Mass suggestion. Just throwing it out there.
You can only use it on so many people.
Yeah, and this guy looks like he's in charge. I only need
of
one.
this small group.
And to be fair, there are multiple castings of it in the party. I mean, but I don't think you can convince the entire city. No.
Do we have a hood or something or a headband? I'd be like Spock from Journey Home or Star Trek 4.
Yeah,
Journey Home.
You can definitely fashion together. You got cloths
Yeah,
and
I
whatnot.
think I have a cloak, so should
Yeah.
have that. Yeah, my outfit.
You can
cloak protection.
do a pretty decent job about disguising yourselves up.
Yeah, just put up my hood. And pretending to be, subservient.
Fair enough.
And I probably will trot on somebody's foot as I walk along.
As he walks back by here, he goes, "Oh, he's okay," and he says, "Okay, five you." He says, five gold pieces to enter. Who's crunching stuff?
Tucker is.
Sorry.
It's like he's raiding the candy bin before Halloween.
My cup is full of ice now.
All right. Yeah, he says five gold pieces to enter.
That's fair. I'll give him 5.
Clinkety clank. He says, as you're kind of walking, the two goblins stay, and you continue down in the caves. As you're walking, he says, "Where you come from?" That way, evil.
Yeah, we accidentally wandered our way into there and thankfully made our way out.
Goblin haven't been there gone in for years and years. Very bad things said to be in there.
I think we ran into a few of them. But if you'd be willing to share what you know of them, that would be most helpful.
He says, you talk to Noob. He know things. Yeah.
All right.
Noob. And they take you to a large. As you go around, as you get closer and closer, there are more goblins. Some look like they're just dressed in normal shit. A lot of them look like they're dressed in some type of armor, patrolling everything. There starts to be walkways along sort of a two level cave situation where there looks to be wooden walkways, and above you see some maybe like guard tower type of things. It looks like it has some, but it definitely it gets to be you're like, oh, this is a whole city, and little goblin go past, maybe a goblin kid, and he looks at you funny, and people are looking at you a little funny, but they figure you're supposed to be here if you're being escorted around. But eventually, they lead you into sort of that great hall area. I don't really have a huge. Let's see, Kresnik main cave. Did I make a main cave? I don't know. La la la.
I think this is Kresnik Market, isn't it?
Kresnik Market, sure. Dynamic lighting's off. Cool. So everybody can see everything.
Yep.
I didn't go crazy with caves just in case we need to have some sort of semblance if you guys start like I don't know fireballing shit. As you kind of this opens up into this main bazaar area, and once again these there's a lot of theater of the mind here as opposed to specific maps, but you see, hmm, 85% goblins, and every now and then you see, oh, like, oh, there's a duergar, oh, there's a couple of drow, oh, there's, so it's definitely a trading area. It's not all goblins. There's probably 15-20% of the people are, oh, there's an orc, there's a, that sort of thing. So,
Over the bond, I will actually mention Morbaz for when you guys ask for Morbaz.
That's going to have to be Tucker because Merrick wasn't technically around at that time.
Yeah, Tucker or Shadow will mention it.
do they know a Morbaz? Morbaz. Yeah, he let's see. He would be doing. Yeah, he have shop. Sell weird items. He says, point you in the direction down, down that way. As you kind of enter this grand bazaar, he kind of extends his arm. Welcome, Grisnek. Spend all money. Keep slaves in line. You be fine. And he pats you on the back.
Yeah, do they speak common?
Hmm.
Just telepathically to him.
Yeah. Like I said, people milling about, doing, buying, selling, heading off into this cave direction, heading off in that cave direction. The one thing that strikes your, as you kind of look around and get a feel for things, I'll drop you on the big map again so you can sort of see. Think. Back on big map, you see layer, token layer. Sort of a large hill. This thing right here. This is not like a water around it. This is just designates a big slope, but a large kind of slope of a hill, and up on top of it, you see it goes up about 25 feet, and up on top of it, you see a large goblin that looks like he's standing over a offering tray. It's got kind of you can see it's got a big bowl up there. You're not sure what's being held up there at this angle, but he seems to be guarding some bowl at the top of the hill. Also, at the very far end, the next thing that strikes your immediate information is a huge, gigantic cyclops. It looks to be 30 feet tall, standing silent up against the wall, eyes closed. It doesn't look like, well, obviously, it doesn't look like these standard cyclops, but it does have one gigantic eye, and it has, but yeah, it's not moving at all.
Is it alive? Let's see.
Like I said, it doesn't. It's not moving. But yeah, you are at a bazaar with a bunch of things, a bunch of people selling shit, and various. Oops, you're not on that. Sorry, I got a bunch of Kresnik's caves. A bunch of little goblins selling things, a bunch of running around. Probably in this area, you think there's I don't know, 250 goblins slash other things.
Okay, guys. So at 5 XP apiece. Oh wait.
Don't tempt me right now. That's all Town Air says. Don't tempt me right now.
Excuse me if I can just gather you guys together in a 5x5 area.
Yeah. But like I said, there's also, there's also walkways and things that are, above head and that sort of thing. And I do have a couple of walkway maps, but I'm going to drop you on them at this point, only if you start fireballing shit.
I see a vendor that sells all sorts of meats and stuff. Tucker, do you need more like meats and spices and such like that?
We're probably doing pretty good on supplies, but let me go check and see what they got.
Fair enough. You go up to the meat goblin and you realize you've made a horrific mistake, as the meats seem to be rat based, and you're not sure what that one is. That's an odd meat right there, but it's definitely, you don't think it would be something that you would want to serve. But he sees you coming up and he goes,
I kind of
with a big smile on his face.
give him a wavy signal above my head to show that I don't speak the language. But do you speak common?
He goes, meat common, good.
It is.
You buy meat?
Let me have a look at some of your selections and see what you've got.
He pulls off a chunk of rotted flesh of something or other and slaps it down. This good meat, 10 gold. You don't think you could save it for, you wouldn't feed it to your dog.
I say, maybe I can introduce you to some of my meat. Hang on a minute.
Oh, great. Now we're trading meat.
I go inside and I cut off about a 2-inch by 1-inch by 1-inch piece of meat.
Yep.
And
The good stuff.
And I set it down and say, you try.
He looks at it, sniffs it like, holy cow, what the hell? Ritual cast, 10 minutes. You just want to find a little corner in the cave and
I think he was wondering if he could do that while we were walking in. Basically, as we were walking to the
wait now. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you probably don't think it would be a good idea to start casting shit around the spellcasters, but if you around the spellcasters that were leading you in, as that they think you're a slave, and
are they still with us or they let us go?
No, they let you go.
Then yeah, I would start casting it.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. You find a little corner to hide in. People kind of, surround you, and you'd start doing your thing. He sniffs it and immediately takes just a big chunk out of it, and oh, this good. You have more? As he chews the rest of it and gulps it down.
Yes, but unfortunately, very rare, very hard to get. So price is very high.
He shuffles around and.
But willing to barter if you've got something good.
Now that he knows that your level of meat, you can see in his eyes he's trying to figure out what he can offer you, but he knows that he doesn't have anything that good, so he pulls down some, I don't know, a kidney of some animal that he killed that's now rotting as well. He goes, this good kidney, fair trade, fair trade.
I step over and sniff it for a second and say,
Yeah, it smells horrible.
do not think my party will be able to eat that as well as other things, but we'll keep that in mind. How much?
He says, "Oh, fair trade, your meat, my meat."
Oh, I'm afraid my meat is very, very rare. I couldn't trade for that.
Mm. He reaches up and now he pulls down. I don't know. Maybe it was a chunk of some's arm or something. Yeah, I don't know. Looks like maybe an arm. He goes, uh, this and this. He's hmm,
I seriously give him the I'm thinking about it thing
yeah.
and say, no, no, but thank you for offer.
Hmm. He goes, give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
He goes, you stupid, leave now.
And you enjoy that dragon, and I walk away.
Hmm.
Oh, you give him dragon bites? I thought you were giving him like normal food bites.
No, I give him a little bit of dragon meat.
Sweet. Tal, you can understand language. You listen to people around you, and they're talking shop and whatnot. Every now and then you hear as you catch somebody glancing your way, and you hear somebody say, they should be in the slave pits, and what are they doing here? And but they seem to be keeping their distance, and but obviously you are not. You are a unusual sight, but nobody is like being overtly hostile to you.
Okay.
Probably want to approach the non-goblin people, maybe. See if they have information. What are we looking for? Information-wise? If anyone know where Burger
You were looking for Morbaz.
Oh, bad. Okay.
Morbaz, he has a shop down there, or a little cart.
Guess it's not as prosperous as a new card.
Somebody going to Morbaz's site?
Sure, we'll
Morbaz's
go to.
cart?
Sure,
Morbaz?
I will
All
start
right.
walking that way.
All right.
Oh, no.
I am showing zero pretense of being a slave. I'm throwing it out there. So if you guys want to keep the act up, you have to keep up with me.
Uh-huh.
I'll keep my one handy.
Fair enough. You get to Morbaz's. You see a little cart full of trinkets and junk, and you recognize from your brief encounter, spending a little bit of time with Morbaz. Morbaz is there. Morbaz speaks perfect common. Ah, friends, what? How? Why? He's shocked to see you here. Welcome. Uh, he says he runs up to Talner. He says, "You probably shouldn't be here." And he looks over at Ravona. You either.
Let us in.
Wait,
Well, did he says I would just keep the hood up. Try not to be too elfy.
I'm standing there in full arrogance. What do you mean? Oh, I get it. Okay.
He says they don't mind trading with outsiders, but they don't particularly like elves. He says this has been such a wonderful find, and thanks you for letting him go with I think when he went from the went with the other goblins, and he says, um, he says, "I'm afraid there's not going to be too much that you care about to be traded down here. But oh, the history has been wonderful. I've been writing such a wonderful book." And he starts talking to Ravona about the history of Gresnik and the various things. And
Mhm.
So Morbaz was an artificer bard, if I remember correctly. Um,
yeah, something.
and he's building trinkets. Merrick also is a part-time artificer, so he's going to check out the trinkets and see is there any interesting trinkets there, any magical doodads, gewgaws, whatever like that that might be useful.
Do, 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 he has a he has a pen. He says that never runs out of inks, and he has a I have this pinwheel, and he pulls out a little pinwheel, and it rotates and just continues to rotate, and it doesn't have there's no wind or anything. It's just
Oh.
continually rotating pinwheel.
That must be his
Um,
biggest fan.
mhm.
I'm
Is there
glad
any magical
someone laughed at
software?
that. Thank you.
Is there a few trinkety things? I don't know artificers. Is there something you're particularly looking for?
No, just magical
Okay,
gadgets. But I
yeah.
mean, if he's selling fans, I mean, is that all he sells here? Is this like an OnlyFans type shop, or is does he have other things besides fans and such?
Uh, yeah, uh he has a couple of potions and stuff for sale. Like I said, um, what other kind of goofy magical things would be? He's got a little continual light, kind of that works like a flashlight type thing, where it's just a little thing you touch and it lights up, and you touch it and it doesn't
So is
light
this
up.
like a Goblin Spencer's, or is this more like
Yeah,
a Goblin Dollar Tree?
it's it's like a goblin Spencer's. That's a good way to put it. He tries to make goofy things that the goblins haven't seen, and
Does he
so
have any really comedic like costume elf ears that are like really degrading looking to elves?
oh, he tries to avoid all elf anything. Yeah,
'Cause
sorry.
if he had some, I would totally buy some for Talnair to wear so that people wouldn't realize he was an actual elf.
Just making fun of them. Sure, yeah. No, goofy little,
Probably the
very
people might
small
have
magical
ears.
thing.
Does he have any goggles?
Uh, sure he does. As a matter of fact, he has goggles that uh, are like the transition eyewear, so they will uh, they will turn into sunglasses when it's light, and you're not sure of the value of like if it will prevent you from blindness or not, but uh, yeah.
I give Shadow the nudge to please find out the price of this for me.
Okay. I'll inquire about the shades.
AP says, "Oh, for you, it's on the house," and he gives them to you. He's just happy that you're here. So you have some goggles that function like sunglasses. Like
Sweet.
they they go from clear to dark in the sun.
That
Oh,
can't be unpaid. So I go into my pack and I get out about twice the size of the previous piece of meat and give that to our friend.
Oh, okay. More bass. He'll take it.
So, Morbaz,
My gift in return.
do
yeah.
you have do you know the area decently well, or who can we talk to? We lost a companion. Your sequel,
What?
actually.
ah. Uh, he says, "Oh, how'd they die?"
And when they were taken, we're not sure if he's dead. I mean, we can
Mhm.
hope. Take that as you will.
Mhm. Yeah.
It was a hallway with a bunch of pillars and shadow creatures. The shadow creatures took him.
Hmm. Uh, he says. You probably want to go talk to Noob. He's the he's the old goblin witch doctor around here. He knows what's going on and has kept a good history of things.
Okay. I'll extend my hand
an,
out to shake Morbas's hand and tell him thank you, and move on.
As you reach out your hand to shake, Morbaz looks around at the various people around him, and he says, you can just barely catch it, his whisper, "Sorry about this," and then he spits on your hand.
You see, it's just Towner's eye twitches.
Prestidigitate. His hand is clean.
No, I was gonna slap on your fucking horse.
It's a ghost pony. Go ahead.
Yeah, go right through it. Damn it.
Ghost Pony. New band name. Yeah, so he gives you some information on Noob. He gives you the lowdown of like, Trillic is a goblin captain in the area. Milnock is the goblin king. He says, they've been having if you're trying to get in good with the thing, they've been having a problem with a hydra that's moved into the northern caves. I don't know if you guys feel up to helping up with that. They may provide some useful information. But he says Noob is the one to talk to.
So over the mind link, Talnera, you've already demonstrated before that you're sort of like a goblin champion. I bet if we were to do them a service here, they would respect your heritage.
Actually, I know we could probably. I doubt it. Oh, I mean, I'm all for killing the Hydra. Don't get me wrong, but not for the goblins.
No.
Actually,
What
I
info?
guess we could ask Morbaz. Has word of our travels come to him here? We ran into some goblins before.
He did.
I'm trying to figure out because we lost one goblin who definitely didn't like us, and like
Yeah,
5 goblins that did like us. I'm trying to figure out which one got here first.
Did they even make it back home?
He has not heard of. He has not heard of anything specific to humans helping or elves helping goblins and just certain thing, anything like that. So
yeah, and I doubt they would actually say anything. And a goblin admitted that they got saved by an elf, and actually worshipped an elf for a little while. Did whatever the elf said for a good couple days.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you left him, you got him out, and so they very well could have come back here, but they probably did come back here, but Borbaz has not heard of any stories.
Okay, through the mental leak. So we find Noob. I just kind of shake my head. If you want a lot of dead goblins, I will just go ahead and follow your lead. I mean, I'll happily walk straight there and start asking around for him.
Mm-hmm.
Tucker,
Which way is
Shadow,
then?
Merrick, before I start killing goblins.
Where did Morbaz?
Morbaz says Noob's down in the cave if you go the south and blah 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 and yada yada yada. Head that direction.
Okay, we'll follow those directions and
makes it home there.
keep Tal on a short leash.
Is trying to be deferential to Tucker in this sense. Tucker is the one who usually is like the face of our party with small angry things that we kill a lot.
Yeah, I mean, as like I said, this is as you're moving through this thing, you figure you're kind of sizing up the general city population, and that was the general market thing. I will say there's also things that you do know on your on the main map, that if you care about, you can certainly check out. But in general, um, you pass through the next big thing that you pass into is the large cavernous area. Once again, hundreds of goblins and various things milling about. The thing that draws your attention to this are four large fight rings that have goblins fighting each other. They all have just clubs. Seems to be like, they're not killing each other, but they're sure beating the hell out of each other. One gets knocked unconscious and lets up a big ring of,
Ooh, is that a slave fight pit?
cheers. It doesn't look like they're yanking slaves in there. It looks like these are fight pits that people are betting on. And
I was going to say, is there a like like an MC or somebody or a coordinator or something like that that's obvious?
Yeah, each pit has a kind of a main guy who's well, they're not really refereeing, but they're passing out the club and telling starting the fight and that sort of thing. So yeah, not a it's a separate per there's four big pits, so none of which seems to be particularly larger or better than the others.
Okay. Is there any one of the pits in particular that looks like it's like the hot spot for betting and stuff like that?
As you're kind of looking around, um, you do hear a what was that name? I'll have to make it up if I can't get it. Do, do, do. You hear this. You start to hear kind of a Groog, 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 and then it becomes a loud, everybody yelling Groog, and then you see a large ogre come to the circle, and the gentleman in Goblin is going go 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 go. Town there, how long is that? An hour?
An hour, yeah.
An hour, yeah. You hear it. You know, who who has the stones to take on the undefeated Groog, blah blah, blah. And the some goblins over there, looking around like they're uncertain about what to do, and one of them finally shoves another one into the thing, and you hear him. Uh, I don't want to get beat up. What the hell? No, you got it. My money's on you. Yeah. And he reluctantly basically gets yanked in uh, by the person who's running the thing and handed a club. He looks around like he knows what's going to happen in this situation and is panicked about it. And the main ref, fight. It takes Droog all of 2 minutes to pound this little poor goblin into black and blueness. He's dragged off, trailing blood, but alive. The place goes crazy with Groog and Groog.
Tucker's watching this very intensely.
Money changes hands, and Groog goes about drinking the ale that's provided to him and the questionable meat that is tossed his direction.
Hey, Tal, here's your chance. It'll help take out some of your anger.
I look at him. So here's a fun question. A club isn't finessable, right? Can I do unarmed combat? Is that technically proficient? Is there a proficiency for unarmed?
I mean, your unarmed combat, I suppose, would be based on whatever your proficiency is. Sure.
I mean,
Not sure what kind of damage you'd be doing. Like, you know, uh, I will say that. I mean, you tell me what you guys are going to do, but yeah, you do not see anybody except for goblins and then of course Grug.
I could probably take a group.
I'm determining whether I could take the group.
The question is taking Grug a good idea or not?
True.
Depends. We get paid, and I let off some frustration right now.
Oh, offer up your sleeve. What? No.
They go back to the little fights.
Fuck
Yeah.
it. I probably couldn't throw up a haste spell in time. Well, I'll go without. I'm going without haste.
What are the? Is haste just verbal and somatic, or is it just somatic?
Haste. Now, verbal, somatic, and material.
Ooh, that's gonna be hard to hide.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you guys do what you want. But they don't know you're spellcasters at this point.
Well, they don't know that Tal's a spellcaster.
Well, they don't know Tal. Yeah, they don't know Tal's spellcaster is.
Okay. Well, I guess Merrick's gonna minor illusion a little bit of a spotlight effect on Tal there, and sound kind of a low cheering sound because he can do both as illusionist. And you say, here we've got a competitor.
Fair enough. You go up to, let's see, I'm going to give this guy well, he runs the thing, but it's all goblins. I'm going to give him a 60% or higher. Cool. You go up and say, we've kind of tugging Tal along with you, or pointing to him with his little spotlight over him.
Yeah, just kind of pointing at him.
We've got a competitor. This guy looks at you and goes, "Go, and has kind of a confused look on his face.
What do you say? Because I have the comprehend language.
Oh, he says, what did you say? Because he can't comprehend the common.
Okay. So minor illusion allows for 3 effects. The second one is going to be a secondary illusion of a little on the ground in front of the guy. Yeah. It's going to show down there with very exaggerated, like caricaturish elf ears, and the ogre fighting, and then the elf with his foot on the ogre's chest, and the little goblin handing Merrick gold. Like a little, kind of just like a little, like a marionette show sort of thing.
Yeah, he burst out laughing, and he says, you hear him say, "Go, Grug," and Tal, you hear it like, Grug has someone to be beat up, and so they start their chant, Grug, 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 and it gets crazy big.
So I actually go ahead and hand Merrick my longbow, my rapier, and I pull out a little bitty dagger, and we'll start walking towards the ogre.
A what dagger?
A dagger.
A little dagger.
Okay.
The dude stops. He doesn't address Talnair directly, but he looks at Merrick and he reaches into the little bag that they've been handing out these clubs, and he hands Merrick he goes, "Come to no," and you get the feeling that Tal, he says, he no get special weapon. he didn't get a special weapon. He uses the club. So
That's fine. Miracle nod along with that and point down there over to the guy with the club.
all right.
My dagger.
Uh-huh.
Take a club.
Fair enough.
Actually, I'd probably be better off with my fist, honestly.
Yeah, very possibly.
Yeah, I look at the club, put it back, and just start walking back towards the ogre.
Uh-huh. Okay. Let's see here. Ogre.
It's like unarmed finesse, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. But your damage, unless you're a monk or you have the tavern brawler, I think it's just 1.
Yeah, but it's 1 plus my intelligence plus my dex.
Yeah, so let's see. This guy has that many hit points and does that and does that. Okay. Just explain to me how you're going to fight this guy.
Oh, I'm going to activate my blade song.
Okay.
Which adds my intelligence to damage and armor class.
What's pop the blade song description up. Oh, magic combat, right armor, medium focus, bonus action, start a blade song. All right, I'm gonna say, that looks odd, but not like I'm super magical and going to kill you.
Dancing. I mean, he's like river dancing.
Yeah. Fair enough. What else you got?
That's honestly, that gives me a 22 armor class.
All right.
And I have my 2 attacks. Would it be too much if I actually did like shocking grasp and shit like that? They did get pissed if I use magic.
I don't know. You tell me. I mean, you don't think that they think that you're a threat at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
well, fuck, I would actually start with just my blade song. That adds 20 to my total armor class is now 22. I have my proficiency bonus of what? 9 to hit.
Yeah.
And damage is 10 damage every time I hit with 2 attacks.
All right. Fair enough. With the blade song activated, are you going to take this guy out quickly and efficiently, or are you going to make it look like a fight?
Oh no, I'm going to take my fucking frustration out on this guy. He's not getting off easy.
So you're going to drag it out so it looks like a fight, and you're just going to beat him up enough, or are you just going to take him out at first shot?
Oh, I'm going to take him. I'm going to beat him up enough.
All right, so it's going to look like a fight versus I can easily take this dude out. Okay, fair enough. There's money flowing back and forth. Gobble, 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 gobble.
You better bet on me, assholes, over the bond.
Yeah. Well, Shadow will basically, get a bet on Pal.
Yeah. What are the odds on him right now?
Oh, geez. Do you do your little do you do a little minor illusion to you're kind of trying to walk the crowd and find somebody who can understand, like you're just saying, taking bets on the slave type of thing. You shouting that out, or are you just trying to find somebody who's speaking common, or are you doing a little illusionary thing which shows?
For the most part, I'm basically just maintaining the little marionette show of Talnair whooping the ogre's ass, and I'm standing there, and I've pulled out a pouch of gold, and I've got it in my hand, and I'm jingling it, seeing if anybody figures out the universal sign for "come try to take my money."
Sure. the yeah, a bunch of them come up, and they, you know, between the various takers and stuff, there's by the time, you know, by the time the whole thing's over, you can get, people are offering you ridiculous odds, but it takes you a while to figure all this out. But eventually, you, Tao does his whole thing, and beats up this ogre in front of hundreds of other goblins, and they all are slack jawed, and there's a couple hundred gold there for you to take. And as Tal, you give him that last little punch, right there in the jaw, and he falls down the ground, and you mimic the stance that Merrick has put. The entire place just goes quiet.
As he hits the ground, little birds and stars are going to pop up over the ogre's head and kind of spin around for a little bit.
Mhm. And
And then
yeah,
Merrick will go over and cast Cure Minor on him so that he can get back up. Bat him off. Shake the guy's hand.
Round 2.
Let's see. I'm going to say it's all within an hour, so you're still hearing stuff, but you're getting close to the end of the hour by the time this, walking around and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, after the silence and people start, people start eventually looking at other fights and whatnot, you hear through the crowds, Pointy, you're no good. Uh, we should get the guards. No, they here for a reason. No. Pointy ear's got to go. And so you feel you can just hear from a bunch of stirring and whatnot, that they do not like the fact that the elf just beat up the big ogre.
Well, now that that's done, Merrick's going to basically minor illusion a small little gold crown sitting on top of Tal's head. It still has like the caricature, like kind of ear thing, but yeah, it's got a little crown on his head now. And then how much gold did you say we made off of that?
200.
Okay. Shadow, do you want to put that in party loot?
Sure.
Yeah, as you exit the fight circles and whatnot, like I said, a lot of eyes are following Tao at this point. But you continue on your way.
You feeling better now, buddy?
For now.
You find yourselves kind of coming along some looks like sleeping areas. The goblins seem to be sort of communal sleepers. Here's a place over here. It's got a little bit of straw and a little bit. It's all pretty disgusting, and but you do see one that is definitely much. It's got some furs in front of the little side cave entrance, and that's the one that look for the one with the wolf belt and blah blah blah. That's Noob's place. So yeah,
The elves
that's where you
aren't
are.
welcome here, so after you guys.
Well, Merrick has been talking a lot recently, so he's going to lead his pony back over in behind Shadow and Tucker.
You just walking in, Noobs.
Yes, Yes, the entire party is going to walk to Noobs because if nobody else is going to speak up, I'm just going to keep speaking up.
Great. You guys walk in, just toss back the fur thing and walk in. You surprise a little goblin who's looks like he's cooking over a little stew thing in the corner. You're not really sure what's up, and he turns in your direction, sees that you're not all goblins, and he goes, mm, go, 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 go. By this time, you're gonna have to ritual it again if you want, or you can try something else.
Sorry for bursting in here. Saying common, see if he understands.
Oh, he says, oh. He speaks common about as well as Morbaz. He says, oh, you seem to be strangers. Are you lost?
Only a little. Our old friend Morbaz said that we could speak with you about getting some more information.
Ah, Morbaz, a knowledgeable goblin. Yes, he's been asking me all about the history and he says, oh yes, yes, yes. Well, if you're a friend of Morbaz, please, please come in. And he takes a look at the elves as they come in. He says, oh, he says, you know, I'm not really one to care too much, but you may want to keep those ears under wrapped. As he points to the elves, and he says, "Oh well, what can I do for you? How can I help you? Noob at your service."
Oh, friendly guy.
Hmm.
All right,
Gonna ask
refresh my.
him one. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say mental link. Refresh my memory. What were we looking to ask him again?
Where to find bro?
You can talk to him about Brovius's disappearance. He might know something about that. He might know something about what else was the
All
deal?
other
Oh,
aspects of the map.
the Hydra stuff. If you were to care about that or not.
Yeah. We were hoping you could share what lore you know of the area beyond that the stone marked Great Evil. We actually
Oh.
came from that direction after one of our friends was taken by shadows in a hall of columns, and we were hoping there might be a way to find him again.
Oh, the Hall of Shadows. Deadly, deadly that one. Oh, your friend was taken. Lucky, lucky him. He says. Noob says, his soul is now now in anguish for the great Lord Orcus.
Oh, no way we can get him back.
Ravona says, "Is there any way we can get it back?" He kind of chuckles. He says, "Oh, if the shadows took him, uh, he'll be in the vault of souls." And he says, "Only those." He says, "It's the only those with the greatest knowledge of magic are supposed to be able to save people from the well of souls or the hall of souls." He says, "But that's just rumored. Uh, he should be lucky. His soul now serves in torment for the Lord Orcus."
Lucky. So what kind of magic are we talking about?
Noob says, he says, "Oh, magic far beyond far beyond any mortal. Only magic that can, he says, magic that can change reality.
Ooh.
I think this is the beginning of the wish quest.
Actually, we do need to do that as well. That's next level for me.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what he says.
So
Okay.
we're gonna ask
So that does not bode well at all.
He thinks it's wonderful that your friend's soul is serving in agony for Orcus, obviously.
I did think so.
But if you really wanted him, why would you want him to, not be in service of Orcus? But sure, if you really wanted him back, then in theory, if you were to find his soul at the Hall of Souls, then you could use the magic of bending reality to potentially get him back.
Hmm.
That's the gist of the whole thing. Which begs the question, where's the Hall of Souls? And two, what magic bends reality? How do we learn that?
Does he know?
Well, the
What are you asking?
non-elves should be asking.
Well, he's not
What's Ramona?
biased, so he talks
What's
to
Ramona say?
elves.
He seems to be. Like I said, he's not spitting on hands or anything. So,
Mm-hmm.
You asking about the
I mean, how do you learn?
reality magic
Yeah, is there
to
something
bend
we?
reality? Hmm. Uh, he says. He says perhaps. Perhaps Lotham might be able to help you. I don't think he's a hermit that lives out on the edge of the caves. He may be able to show you the way to the ultimate magic. As far as the Hall of Souls, I'm afraid I can't help with that. It's said to be located deep within the bowels of Rappan.
Oh, so much fun. Is this guy?
It says he does say, oh, it's rumored to be guarded by one suffering in pain, or one that doesn't one that guarded by a guard that does not want to be
I think we got the hint. It's the one
a
that warned
guard.
us against it. That one
Yeah.
paladin ghost that warned us against it.
Mm.
But yeah, the wish quest sounds great.
We also Morbaz also mentioned there was a Hydra causing you trouble.
Somehow, they say it was put there by some goddess, perhaps, but a Hydra, yes, in the northern caves. There's been talk about sending an army to try to fight it. He says, "Oh, he says, if you were, of course, to remove the threat, you would probably be quite welcome here in Gresnik. Maybe even the pointy-eared ones. Maybe."
Maybe. that I have
So,
against
just
pointy things
curiosity,
anyway.
DM. I'm asking a hypothetical. If a
Mhm.
massive fire would break out in this cave system, how long before all the goblins run out of air?
That's a good question. You don't really know the
I
exits
have
and
an idea.
whatnot.
Let's approach it scientifically. I start cracking my
Uh-huh.
fingers.
No. No, you can transport us out. You're not burning this place down.
Yeah. The yeah, it's extensive. I think there's thousands of goblins running around here of various strengths and capabilities.
Well,
Yeah,
they
but they
live
need
right down
air.
They do need air, yes.
I might point out that we need air.
there.
No, we need a teleportation spell. We don't need air.
Ah, yeah.
Actually, we need like a bucket of water to put our heads in, right? Because I have water breathing.
That's true.
There is a river up north.
Just stick your head in a bucket of water, you'll be fine. I
But
don't
anyway,
know.
yeah, sure. Sadly, town area is not happy. But that's about it, guys. Continue on. I'm sorry for distracting.
Yeah, Merrick doesn't really have much to do here. I mean, we don't speak Goblin. They don't have. There's no good, shopping opportunities outside of possibly getting a lead on where Barovius is. There's not really a lot that Merrick sees value to here. So he's going to start pushing the party to kind of wrap this up and get out of here before Talnair goes off on somebody.
Yeah, that's kind of our plan.
Totally blaming the elf, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we
not
have
there.
Hydra or Wish. When I got the Hydra, then did the Wish and move on. That may give us another level by the time we finish those two things.
If to make them friendlier, I would try the Hydra. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Merrick can't actually benefit from the wish one even next level because he'd have a ninth level slot, he won't have ninth level spells next level. But as a student of arcane history, he could get down with that.
Oh, wish. Okay.
That would be Lotham, the that you would have directions to if you want to go directly to see him.
Yeah. Oh. Sorry, why do we need to talk to him again? That's right.
You're trying to figure out how to get to this, how to get this ultimate magic
Oh, the magic
Are we
thing.
going to do the Ultimate Magic or the Hydra?
or the Hydra.
Okay, guys, we'll flip a coin.
Can we flip a
Sweet.
kobold?
Head and tail.
You could try.
Uh-huh.
Looks like we're doing the Hydra.
Okay. As long as Tal gets to kill something at the moment, he's happy.
I tried to get you to instigate a riot, and then you just had to go and whoop ass on the ogre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't.
He asked for it.
Not sure if beating up the ogre was a good thing or bad thing at this point. It sounded like more of a now you've drawn attention to yourself type of thing.
Once again, the fuck around and find out chart is handy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He says, noobs, as you say, we'll take out this Hydra for you. How fucking tough can it be? He says,
Famous last words.
oh, that would be wonderful. And he calls out and Goblin down the thing, and he says, oh, nobody has anything up. He goes, gobble, 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 gobble. And sure enough, 10, 15 minutes later, some goblins, looks like a guard patrol, and a goblin with a big shiny piece of metal. Just looks like I don't know, a pounded out, odd sort of sheriffy star, except it doesn't have any meaning. But obviously, he's wearing it with pride. Gobble, 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 gobble. Noob explains that this is Trillic. He's the captain of the guard. You hear them laugh back and forth a little bit too. He says that he's happy to uh, take you to your demise.
Oh,
And as far as he doesn't think that you can beat up the Hydra, but he's happy to take you to demise.
Like we can make a bet with them.
Did you ask Noob to make a bet?
I
He's
mentioned it
your
to Merrick.
translator.
Mentioned it to Merrick.
Okay. In head.
Oh, that's probably over by now. But yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's an hour too, right? So, yeah. So he's goblin 6 or 7 goblin guards, along with the goblin captain of the guard, are chuckling and wave you this direction.
I guess we're going Hydra hunting.
Is his plan to follow him?
Yeah.
All right.
Since we wanted to, didn't we?
They lead you once again through various caves. People looking at you oddly, definitely wondering what's going on, and then they drop you off at a cave. Pink. And let's see. La, la. Where is everybody? Characters. Tucker. Oops.
So tell what do you know about Hydras? Other than they're probably poisonous.
Is needed, I believe.
Yeah.
Fire acid, I can't remember.
Wow.
There's Tucker.
Fireball it is.
There's Shadow. La, la, la. Pink. There's Ravona. Everybody's making me resize them.
I didn't touch them.
No, I know. Pink.
Hey, quick, be right back. I have to go take the dog out.
Sure. There's Merrick.
Oh,
I'll resize
pretty
him.
purple.
Sweet. Everybody on map? Cool.
Yep.
There is an exit down to the northwest there. You're just at the edge of the thing. It's as far as the Goblin Patrol will take you. They point down. They point down to the south, and they point down this general direction, and they go, and they're laughing at each other and pointing at the elves and obviously think that you're walking to your death. Well, they think something's funny. You're not sure what, but
You smell funny.
Yeah, the one of them looks at they're kind of looking each other over, looking everybody over, and they're pointing at your items, like towels, rapier, and then you can see like go 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 go, and then he points at himself, and so it looks like they're
not getting this.
They're calling dibs.
They're calling dibs on all your shit. Yeah.
Now
I
that
get his
we're
stuff.
not in the middle of the city, I give Talnir back his weapons
All right.
because he didn't ask for them back after the fight, and I wasn't going to give them back if he didn't ask.
All right.
But I'll give them back now.
Sure. they're definitely sizing up, calling dibs on all the shit that they're going to be able to. Although then they have to get close to the Hydra, so they're not particularly excited about that. Yeah, and then they leave you, and you're in a big cave, and there seems to be a couple of exits, one sort of to the south and one sort of to the north.
So are
area.
those mushrooms for real? Or just decorative?
Hold up. Before the
Yeah.
goblins leave, should I burn a
Uh-huh.
fucking 6th-level spell and make them come with us?
No.
You certainly can.
That way I can start calling dibs on their shit.
You really want any of their crap?
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
any of it's worth a
Oh,
6-level spell.
Oh, trust me. Their dead bodies are worth it.
And Rain, since you were evidently away, I gave you your weapons back when we got here.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Appreciate it. Okay. So back away again for a couple seconds. I just have I hear everything because I have my wireless headset. I just can't talk back.
Okay.
Literally ran back in the door, come up here just to say that because fuck those goblins. I don't know why I'm just in a murder hobo mood right now, but apparently I am. Okay, continue, guys.
Gobble, gobble, gobble. So yeah, they leave you to your obvious demise.
Doom, doom.
You listen, and you hear a drip, drip, drip. There is water out there somewhere.
Where are we?
Oh, what am I doing? Hang on.
So, saying the Hydra might be around this area?
This is as far as they'll take you.
I'm gonna check out the mushrooms. Are they mushrooms?
Yeah, there's odd mushrooms growing around.
Does she know anything about these?
Give me an H check.
Nature it is. I'm always interested in mushrooms. They might be helpful.
Tucker tries to be stealthy and slips on a mushroom.
Oh,
It's odd. I mean,
never mind.
you're not sure of what they particularly are.
Tucker, you know anything about these?
Let me give a check for that.
Shadow steps over Tucker's body as he slips on a mushroom and says, "This is how you do it," and fades into darkness. Cook's utensils? Or are you just scraping up mushrooms?
For Shafe, I'm trying to figure out my chef's knowledge.
They don't look.
Low or-
They don't look poisonous. You don't think they're poisonous? You could eat them.
Oh, I thought he was attacking with his like truffle shaver.
Yeah, they look close to some other mushroom that you are.
Oh, nature is what I should roll there. That's excuse me.
You are. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sure. Yeah. These are
Identify them.
utilitarian mushrooms. They are not particularly special nor good tasting, but they certainly can help out a meal if you want to put a little mushrooms thing.
But then
But
there
yeah.
might be magic or something, or make you fireproof or something.
They do not.
Acid-proof or
They do
something.
not. They are not those type of mushrooms.
Hey, it would be a waste not to investigate stuff like that.
But definitely edible.
Okay.
It is a fairly damp situation, and the caves start getting kind of damp as you move along. But you may move yourself wherever you want to do.
We're ready to go, guys?
I will follow Tal. Kind of not really that closely.
Sweet. Tal, you look wherever you look, and I don't know what you can see, but it looks like it looks like it kind of there's a little bit of a stone archway, bridgeway that kind of goes over what looks to be a large pool. The cavern itself opens up, looks from where you can see, you can't really get a feel for how tall it is. Sure, you can send Hooter out there.
And Jim, can you extend my dark vision? I'm only getting 85 feet, not 120.
Let's see. It was odd. Sure. Oops. There we go. And dynamic gliding. Huh. I'll kick it up a little bit, but it says it's at 120. Is that helpful?
Yeah, now I'm getting 120. Before I was only getting to about the middle of the bridge here, and now I'm getting out to the periphery there at 120.
Yeah, Hooter. Can Hooter see?
Yes.
Cool. Then you fly around and you see a large underground lake. Like I said, the bridgeway there is kind of arcs above, so it's not directly on the water. Maybe about 6 or 7 feet above the water. And then you, like I said, from the top, you see some, drips hit the water every now and then. Drip, drip. Hooter looks up, and the cave itself extends about 60 feet up to a dome.
This is pretty leafy and green and healthy looking. Don't hydras destroy shit around them?
Yeah, there is a bunch of green growing moss and whatnot around the area.
Yeah, Merrick's never heard of a hydra that makes trees. Looks at the druid.
Rug.
Wait, can the druid turn into a hydra?
Oh yeah, can I?
Aren't hydras the same class as the bugbear? Same type.
You mean an owlbear?
Owlbear, yeah, sorry, owlbear. I'm just saying, the D&D movie said owlbears are okay, so why not hydras?
Yeah,
hydras aren't animal enough.
Neither is an owlbear technically. It's a monstrosity.
Well, no, it's an owl and a bear mixed together.
Well, no, by that logic, because owlbears are monstrosities, then druids should be able to transform into any monstrosity.
Hydra is a monstrosity.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hydras are too much like a dragon, which excludes them.
No, I can look at the 5e thing. It's literally monstrosity.
I know.
I know, yeah. Okay. But fuck it. We walking in? You guys ready?
Hand wavium.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Hooter does not see anything particularly.
I'll pull out my rapier and turn it to fire as a bonus action.
Fair enough. You have a fire rapier.
Oh no, it's Pyrohydra.
Tucker, why are you hiding behind me and my pony?
I'm trying to stay stealthy. What?
Because he made a horribly loud noise and is trying to just stay out of sight.
Just redo that now since I'm kind of giving myself a mushroom moment. There we go.
You seem much more stealthy.
Come on, Tucker, buddy. You're in front line now since Barovius is gone.
Oh, I could stealth. I could just,
The creature didn't know what a Tucker was, but he knew he wanted to eat it.
So question. Is it drop stand? We know it arches over the water. But when is it? Can we actually step down here with any problems?
Yeah. It just starts kind of leading up and going up over the water. Yeah. You can go alongside the water. It's no problem. Shadow, are you where you're at? Okay.
No, I had to reboot, so.
Tucker, you're along the edge of the water. You're pretty stealthy. Sure. You peer into the water. It's murky and dark.
Okay. Let's gently move over more towards where the plants are and kind of indicate to everybody else to do the same.
Murky and dark. Everybody at this point, I take it, is trying to be fairly quiet.
Yep.
Which is why Merrick's not really moving, because
Mhm.
phantom ponies are presumably fairly quiet because they're spiritual, but
Sure.
he's got half plate on, so he is not quiet.
Okay.
He's just kind of chilling up here and kind of surveying the scene, doing the Overwatch sort of thing.
Yeah. Mhm. Drip. 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 Drip.
Like minor illusion, a giant yell or something. Wake this fucking thing up.
Sure. Okay. And you said that over the mental link?
Actually, I guess we should throw that back up before we fight. So fuck it. I will walk over here and right here and start casting the ritual for the mental link. Best case scenario, the goblin or the Hydra attacks me before I'm finished.
Sure. Is verbal?
Yeah, probably.
Give me a.
It is verbal somatic material.
And you're ritualizing this.
Yep, for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, you start casting shit, and you make enough annoyances as leaping out of the water as soon as he hears somebody doing something that sounds like it can be eaten. A giant hydra. Give me nature rolls for, I don't know, everybody, I guess.
What roll?
Tal knows. Sure, Tal and Tucker, Merrick. Looks like a hydra, but it looks like a you recognize it as a pyrohydra. So a little more than sort of your normal hydra.
Who
but
jinxed
you
us?
think you're like, hey, this thing's
Called it.
this thing breathes fire. You able to watch out.
Okay.
Let's see. Turn order. I'm just grabbing everybody. And I guess I'm not grabbing anybody because, hold on a second.
By the way, Rain, I want to complain about the ads on your channel because they're talking about like how to cut fentanyl.
What?
Targeted ads, buddy. So
They're talking about how to cut fentanyl.
I mean, they're like, oh, and sometimes they're mixed with things, and don't use alone. I'm like, okay, who are you? Who's your normal audience, buddy?
Targeted ads. All right, let's try this again. I'm on the. Oh, I should be on the token layer. That's why that didn't work. Pink. Fair enough. Cool. Tal, you're interrupted.
oh darn.
But a thing leaps out at you. There looks to be a ton of heads.
Okay, as a bonus
You
action,
go
activate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Yeah, a lot of heads.
As a bonus action, bonus action, activate Blade Song. As a regular action, I will cast Haste and head over here.
Alrighty. Poof, 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 poof. Cool. Eric.
How did I come up second in initiative? You guys failed.
I fail every day. I don't understand it.
Oh, this looks like a pyrohydra, huh?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, in that case, I guess
that's a lot of fire breath, you think?
Yeah, I guess I am. I was expecting that more time to think. Damn you peoples. I am going to cast Summon Draconic Spirit.
Okay.
60-foot range.
Do I need to drag something out for that?
A large dragon token would be nice, but if not, just copy Tucker and make it big.
I mean, what's the spell thing? Is it like the draconic spirit? Hold on a second. Because I probably have a draconic spirit someplace. Draconic spirit. There you go.
Yeah, I'm just refreshing my details on it because on the one hand, I kind of want to leverage the shared resistances to get resistance to fire. On the other hand, I don't want it doing fire damage. So,
Bink, bink.
oh, actually,
La la la. Concentration.
oh, actually, it's awesome. I don't have to make that devil's bargain. So yeah, it's going to be a chromatic dragon spirit or draconic spirit.
Alrighty. What's that give you?
So chromatics have damage resist for acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison. I'm checking to see here. When you cast, choose a family, chromatic, gem, or metallic. Resembles a dragon in the chosen family. Determines traits in the stat block.
Okay.
So
in your stat. Yeah, I see it. Chromatic and metallic has acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison resistance. And gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And then I am going to choose the shared resistance of fire damage. Because when you summon the dragon, you choose one of its damage resistances. You have resistance to this until the spell ends.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And the command I'm going to give it is kill the Hydra.
Kill the Hydra. Combat creature moves, shares your initiative count, takes your turn immediately after yours. Cool. So you pop it there, it gets to go. You can control it.
Okay.
You can pop up the stat block and do whatever.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stat block on Beyond because I don't know how to get the stat block in Roll20.
Oh, just shift double click it and then character sheet. And it'll have its rend and breath weapon and blah, blah, blah. Multi-attack, and you just click on.
Oh, nice.
Although interesting. So the melee weapon attack is as it uses your proficiency. Your spell attack modifier to hit plus a spell's level piercing damage.
Yeah, well, it is going to use its breath weapon because that's the easiest one to worry about math-wise.
All right.
So 30-foot cone.
Yep.
If it's in, I think it's in range for 30-foot cone. If not, we can wiggle it. Okay. That's going to be
closer. Tucker thinks.
It'd be a DC 19. It will take 2d6 damage of a type the dragon has resistance to, my choice. It's going to be acid this time.
Acid damage. Cool. And so it's a con save?
Yep. Dex save.
Dex save.
Which should be pretty easy.
22.
Yeah, look at that. Totally easy. Takes half as much on successful. So basically nothing.
Fair enough. So is it a breath weapon and attack?
Because it says multi-attack makes the number of rend attacks equal to that, and it uses breath weapon.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So in that case, I guess it's going to move within range and rend as well.
All right. So it gets 3 attacks. Hold on, let me just change this because the attack to hit should be your spell modifier, which is what?
My overall spell attack bonus is 11. My spell save DC is 19 according to my sheet.
Spell attack modifier. So I'm going to assume that's your
That'd be my intelligence.
yeah. What is 5, 4,
5.
5? All right, and it's going to do plus a spell of piercing damage. So 1d6 plus 4 plus 6. So
And because I only cast it at 5th level, it's actually only going to get 2 rend attacks, not 3.
Oh, 5th level. Okay, so sorry, 9. Sorry, you're gonna have to blame Merrick for all this. All right, so the rend is all set up. The rend is set up. So yeah, if you click rend, it should actually calculate correctly. That is going to miss. And that is going to miss. Rend. Shadow. Unless you're are you moving, Merrick?
Yeah, I am going to ride a little bit.
Ghost pony over there. Okay. Shadow.
Well, since the Draconic Spirit is in melee, I should have what I need for a sneak attack, so I'm going to move a little bit closer. Let's see, over here, and then take a shot at it.
Alrighty. That's gonna hit. Yikes. Nice. Wow, look at all those 5s and 6s. Holy shit.
And also, now that I have the Piercer feat, I can actually re-roll. Oh, no, never mind. I'm going to keep those.
Let's see here. Nice. So let me X this, X, and X this. You put an arrow through 2 heads. You pin one head to another.
I can work with that.
Minus. 2 heads drop. It turns to the 2 people
Eek.
that are kind of closest to it. Oops. It doesn't have to go anywhere. How far away is everybody? Bing, 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 bing. Give me. Deck saving throw. 10.
What?
Hold on a sec. Sorry, I'm just checking out. How would this is probably needs to be rolled separately because we're calculating on halves at different point. Okay, give me, this will be a lot of damage, but we'll see. Ravona and Tucker.
Can it see me?
Good question. Has dark vision. You were pretty stealthy. I'm gonna give this perception roll. What'd you roll for a stealth back there?
30.
30. Fair enough. I'm gonna give you in half of the cones, Tucker.
Okay.
So, Ravona, give me 10 deck saves, please. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. That's 11, but sure.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So.
Oh, may I
And
dodge
that,
some of them?
yeah. 1, 2. All right. So here we go. This will be annoying to do, but calculate all this up for me, will you? So do you have any fire resistance?
Not yet. I was about to turn it on.
Do you have your fire resistance? Don't you have leather armor or something? Fire resistance?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I
fire.
have fire resistance. I forgot about that. Yes.
All right, fair enough. So get a calculator and I'll just get
I
a
got it.
calculator and calculate. All right,
Mhm.
cool. So she failed on the first one. That's 7.
She
So
failed.
7.
She failed the first one. Okay.
She failed the first one. She made the second one, which is 9. So another 4. 7 plus 4 plus 6 plus another 3. Plus another 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus another 4. She failed on this one, so plus another 5. She failed on this one, so plus another 8. And then is that one more? She failed at plus another 6.
40.
Is that
40, yeah.
was that 10 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4,
8.
5, 6, 7, 8.
8.
Is that only 8 of them?
Yep.
All right, sorry. She failed on these last 2. Plus another 8. Oh, sorry. No, plus another 4 and plus another 5. So 49.
49.
49 fire.
Ouch.
Tucker, give me 5 dex saves, please. 3, 4, 5. Fair enough.
Obviously, I don't get the second roll.
Right. Do you have any fire resistance?
I don't think so, but I do have uncanny dodge.
All right. What's that do?
I take half the damage.
No, that's evasion that you need.
Wait, it's where is it?
Yeah. You can see attacks. He hits you with an attack. Yes, this is a hitting you with an attack. So this is like a cone. I mean, it's not
Yeah, you need the level 7 rogue
okay,
feature.
okay,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Evasion.
8 plus. You failed the rest of them. 17 plus 12 plus 15 plus 11. So whatever all that is.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's a lot of fire.
Oh, was I supposed to be doing math on that one? I'm sorry.
No, well, somebody needs to do math on that. So you're taking Tucker 8 plus 17 plus 12 plus 15 plus 11, whatever that is.
Okay, let's see. It's 44. That's 45.
By the end of his turn,
55 points of damage.
unless it has taken fire damage to the last turn. At the end of its turn, and 20 was, wow, this is a complex thing to play. The heads that dangle down that Shadow just pinned out grow back, or they kind of split. The arrow shadows, and now it has 13, 14, 15.
Just throwing it out
6.
there. It did take acid damage. I'm not sure if that's one of those
Uh,
damages or not.
but at the end of turn goes to unless it has taken. Yeah, no.
No? Okay.
Yep. Oddly, this is weird. I don't know. Cool. So, and then it gets back this, and we are done with it. It has a lot more heads.
So, Jim, I do need to interrupt real quick.
Yep, sure.
You cheated me out of my proficiency bonus on the Draconic Spirit for its melee attacks. It's a spell attack modifier, which is proficiency plus ability.
Oh, it doesn't just say spell modifier.
It's spell attack modifier.
Oh, okay, spell attack modifier. And what's the total of that then? 11.
That is what it says on my character sheet. I didn't. Oh, Actually, yes, it is 11 because of my tome. My tome's added +1. Because normally it would be proficiency bonus plus intelligence modifier, but then I've got the whatchamacallit, the grimoire.
Alrighty. Go ahead and give me 2 more attacks, and I changed it. Sweet. The obviously the 1 misses, but the 25 hits. Cool. Fair enough, Ravona.
Call out my dog and tell him to teleport me out of range. Dog.
All right. I don't know where your dog can teleport you to, but sure.
15 feet, at least.
Around the corner.
Down here? Well, how far? What, the square 5?
Yep.
Probably try to teleport me right there. Yeah.
Sure. I mean,
His
you
turn
can.
is right after mine, so.
I mean, you can run farther than that.
Oh, it can run and teleport. Teleport and run, but I think teleport is instantaneous. You know.
Poof. What else you got?
For now, that's it. I'm running. Trying to formulate my way. That's my action, actually. And
You
my
got to move.
bonus action is telling that, yeah, I could move. So
You got to move. You could scooch back farther if you want.
yeah.
Tucker.
Okay, I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here.
For those people who rolled me a pyrohydra, who knew what the pyrohydra is, roll me a nature check again, please.
Did I make it? I
Oh,
rolled
no.
15, so I don't
Merrick
think.
knows.
Made it.
Long as somebody knows, you guys. Do you have up your telepathic thing?
No, he didn't get it
No,
up
we
in
don't
time.
interrupt.
All right. Fair enough.
Oh, they're
Merrick, you know that you don't think there's anything weird special about pyrohydras. You think fire is probably okay. As a matter of fact, it's probably good for like keeping heads growing back. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I was just going to go down the list. That's why I chose chromatic. So I'm like, okay, start with acid. If
Yeah.
that doesn't work, go to gold
Yeah.
down the line. But thank you. That saves me 4 rounds of fucking around.
Sure. Tucker.
All right, I dab an arrow with serpent poison, and that's gonna be my first attack.
Do. 19's gonna hit. What did we say the poison does?
It's 3d6 plus 1.
Okay. Is it a con save or poison or DC 15 con save? Con save. Think.
Does the draconic spirit count as a ally?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we did save that. Great. A head. Hold on. I have to track this. A head falls over as you poison it. Okay.
Okay. All right, so I don't have enough to keep poisoning, but I can go ahead and fire off a couple more arrows. But no poison or no sneak attack. So
That is going to miss.
the 23.
Because you got the pack tactics. Yeah, sure. 23 hits.
Wink. Remember, I'm little damage.
Fair enough.
And then third attack.
That's gonna hit. Alrighty. It's 15 points. Cool. Tal.
okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just step right up to him.
Fair enough.
Okay. First attack, booming blade.
Mm-hmm.
16.
That's gonna miss.
Okay, then second and third attack. out by Moonblade.
That is going to miss and miss. Whoosh, whoosh.
And that's it.
Yeah. Merrick.
I am going to make sure that I'm in the proper range for this. Let's see. Chill touch is a 120-foot range, so yeah, pretty much anywhere in here will be fine. I am going to continue writing so that I'm not in line with anybody else.
Ride.
And then I'm going to cast Chill Touch on the Hydra.
That's going to hit. Nice. Let's see. Another head drops.
And as a reminder, Chill Touch, they cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Alrighty.
And then the Draconic Spirit is going to circle slightly around behind the Hydra and then do its multi-attack thing.
Alrighty.
So it's going to go there. And it gets 2 Rends and a Breath Weapon.
It's gonna
First
miss.
one's obviously a miss. Second one is a miss too.
Second one's a hit. Nice. Okey-doke.
And then I think I moved it down just enough to where the cone will just avoid Telnair and will also not clip Tucker.
And the breath weapon is now fire?
The breath weapon is now fire, yes.
Okay. 10 minus 10.
And it's a DC 19.
Dex.
Oh, and actually, wait. Oh, never mind.
Let's see. So fire, that's gone. That doesn't come back. That doesn't come back. So I still have this. Okay, fair enough. You happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Let's see. That along with that. That along with that actually drops another head. So you're now back to 12 functioning heads. Shadow.
All right. Quick shouted question to the guys who knew what this thing is.
Oh yeah, I shout out, use fire damage.
Okay. Shooting. Will shooting it in the heart do anything?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe.
In theory, you should be able to do that, but there's no mechanical way of like, oh, if it takes X amount of damage, then this should happen. So,
Yeah, I just couldn't remember whether you could actually target the body or if you had to target the heads.
Yeah.
With the way the hydras work.
Yeah, pretty much mechanically, it's going to take damage and stuff's going to happen. You're going to kill heads.
Okay. In which case, I will basically, in character, I'm taking a shot at the heart since the heads keep coming back. So maybe
makes sense.
A sneak attack there will work. So we'll steady aim and sharpshooter.
Ooh, okay. Wow. You get another roll of that because that's gonna miss.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. There we go.
That hits. You plunge it into his chest, and you see 2 heads fall forward.
Actually, I'm gonna re-roll the 3 on that piercing damage because I've got piercer now.
Alrighty. Great. So another 3 points.
Yes.
Alrighty. Let's see. That took out to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. Dice roller. 10. D6. I'm not going to do any hydras anymore. They're too hard to. 1, 2, 3. Fair enough. 3. Tal, give me 3 deck saves. Made it, missed it. Oh, cool. Then made it. Made it. No, damn it. Stop. Sorry. First one, 7 on the fire. Second one is 8 on the fire. Third one is 6 on the fire. Which leaves me 1, 2, 3. Which leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 attacks. Blah blah blah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anybody do anything about that 31?
Yeah, I'll silvery barb
Oh, that 31.
Here,
Okay.
yeah,
and give Tal the advantage.
here is the reroll on that. All right, what hits you?
1 sec.
What's your AC?
Popping shield. AC is 29.
29. 1 hits.
I think I'm out of range for several rounds. So
6 piercing, 10 fire.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Did you get all that? Oh, so and roll me 4 con saves, I guess.
4 con.
They're all low.
The fires separate. All the fires are separate attacks, or are they the same attack?
Fire are all separate attacks, yeah. So
Okay.
they're all going to be DC 10, right? Nothing's over 20 points of damage. So do you get advantage on those?
I do not. Sorry. So I've dropped
All right.
haste.
Ace is dropped. Sweet. That's what my Hydra does. It's at the end of his turn, but he has taken fire damage, so that's cool. Heads do not grow back. Ravona.
Well, seeing that fire is a way to go, I will put on my I can't say that word.
Uh-huh.
So
Investiture.
investiture. Thank you.
You are
I
immune to
will
fire damage.
move forward within range, but I need to 15 feet close. So I guess I can move there.
and did it seem like the fire damage was doing normal damage to it, or did it seem like it was just cauterizing heads?
It seemed to be doing damage to it, yeah.
Oh, I need to get back to her. Move the 2 there. And I will do my... Oh, shoot. Are you immune? Maybe I need to shoot it from here. How far can she move? 1 sec.
Oh, yeah, you can clip it. You can clip it without getting Tal. He's fine.
Yeah.
It's a big, gigantic thing. You just she moved over that side, yeah. It's only a 5 foot wide.
Only 5 foot wide, so alright. I will just
But how long does it goes 15 feet?
15
Yeah, I mean, you got to move up a couple.
Yeah, I need to move up a little bit to get 15 feet. I'll move right there. Come on, Zen.
Fair enough.
Shoot like this way. If I could even point there. There. 15. Okay. 48
48.
plus whatever. No, just 48. Okay. Come on, Zen.
I don't know. Did you get your special fire thing added to it or something.
Yeah,
There's your-
the bond thing. I
there's your
think I got
bonding.
that clicked. Okay. Hey, what's on my desk? Doesn't work anymore. The dice is different. How do you do the dice again?
Down at the bottom, there's the dice icon, and it should pop out the dialogue.
Find dice icon.
Yeah, down at the bottom of the left menu.
Yeah. It says. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not that like.
You want me to roll 48 for you?
Yes, please, because I'm gonna take people's time. I just roll enhanced point for you.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's an
Does it work?
point.
Enhanced point would be 1d8 if I could actually do it.
You can do slash
1d8.
R1d8 too.
Yeah, thank you.
Type that in.
Been
Nice.
so lazy. Okay.
26. Another head dies.
Yay.
Fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're down to 9.
Dog could
Your
actually
dog.
do something. We do the
Fire
flames.
flame sheet. That's gonna miss.
Come
Dog.
on, doggy.
Tucker.
Okay, my first strike here is going to be a distracting strike, so it's going to be boom, and
It's gonna hit. King Rally's opening. You add the superiority dice to your. All right, fair enough.
and now the rest of it is just going to be more
That's gonna hit.
attacks. And more,
Cool.
one more attack.
Another head's dead. That's gonna hit. And fair enough.
And then I will.
So what's the distracting? Who are you giving? Oh, the next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than you has advantage on the attack is made before the start of your turn. Okay. And you're moving down there.
Gonna move there and attempt to kind of hide myself in the the fauna.
Okay.
Stealth it.
Tal.
14 plus 1.
Good.
He had his haste drop, so you've got a partial limitation, right?
Yeah, that's right. Haste drops. Do you just stand there?
What is it? Let me double find it real quick.
When the spell ends, target can't move or take an action until after its next turn. All right, you're lethargic.
Oh, a bonus action considered an action?
Yeah. Can't
But a
take
reaction is not.
can't take actions. Yeah.
Next attack has advantage.
Merrick.
I liked what I did last time, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to chill touch from back here, and then tell the Draconic Spirit to do its thing.
Alrighty. Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Okay,
Sweet.
so 17 necrotic, and once again,
that along with Tucker's, that drops another head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7.
Okay, and once again, it cannot regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Gotcha.
And Draconic Spirit is going to rend breath weapon. It's going to stick with fire.
It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. Nice. And the damage. Oh, that's okay. Dex save. Take 1 instead of 3. Cool. Still another head drops.
It's still a point of fire. I mean, better than nothing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Shadow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. I will basically do the same thing that I did last turn.
Alrighty.
And
That's gonna hit. Yikes.
and I am re-rolling that piercing damage.
Sweet.
And no change. Damn it.
Yeah, you pin 2 more heads with 1 arrow. Pin them together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4d6. Roll. 1 gets back. Tao, give me a dex save. As 1 breathes at you. 13 points of fire.
Okay.
And bink, bink, bink. Do anything? 28.
So 21, 28, 28. I think the 2 28s are going to hit me.
All right.
So,
Auxiliary barb,
okay.
unless you've got a good reaction like shield.
No, I'm actually going to use absorb elements instead.
Oh, okay, that works too.
Yeah, I'm going to use absorb elements. That way I get fire resistance. And fire attack
Okay.
on my next attack. And I only still take 2 hits. So I take half the. Yeah, I'll take the 2 hits. Or 1 hit, whoever you guys want to do it. Sorry.
Actually, all you need is 1 hit for the absorb elements to kick in, right?
For the fire, there's 2 or 3
yeah.
attacks also.
Oh, right.
But yeah.
9 piercing, 4. Sorry, what?
You're good.
So you're reacting and casting absorb element on that, right?
On the original fire attacks.
Oh, on the original fire attacks. Okay.
Yeah.
So take
13. That's 13 there.
Yeah, take half of that.
Yep.
And then take 9 piercing plus another 4 fire, because you're taking only half of that 8.
Yep.
And then another 9 piercing and 3 fire.
Was he gonna stop one of those attacks, silver barbs, or not? Sorry, I missed that.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was going to.
Here's the reroll on that one that 28 hit you. Sweet. So
21 does not.
ignore the second 9 and 6. Or 9 and 3 or whatever it was. Sweet, Ravona.
Same thing. Roll 48. That was. Yeah. Plus 1 for the. Oh, come on, then.
Was this a dex save?
Oh, sorry, I'll give Tucker the advantage.
All right, fair enough. You slam fire into him.
And the dog do fire too.
The dog hits for another fire, and another head drops.
Yay.
There seems to be only 3 heads doing things at this point. It does not look very stable. You happy where you're at?
I'm immune now.
No, that's true. Yeah, Tucker.
So I just got given an advantage, and I already got an advantage because there's somebody next to it. Is it possible to do my what do you call it? The cold strike and take advantage on it?
So what? Called strike gives you disadvantage?
You impose disadvantage on your next weapon attack, and if you hit, it's considered a critical hit. So basically, if I'll be running,
yeah, if you have it, no, you will not have advantage. You'll not have advantage on it, but you would have normal. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it would be a normal roll instead of.
I was thinking maybe it would work because I've got advantage and another advantage on.
Yeah, they don't stack.
Yeah, they don't really stack like that.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it's basically it's either yes, no.
But yes, you can do that, and you will not have disadvantage. You will just have a normal roll.
Okay. I'm gonna just forget that and use my advantage and go ahead and keep hitting, plugging arrows in. I think.
Fair enough.
First attack is from sneak.
That's gonna hit. You get your sneak on that.
Where'd it go?
I don't know.
Okay, there we go. That's not right.
What's not right? Yeah, you rolled 3 6s.
Okay.
You drop another head.
Wow.
With that precision shot, it looked almost almost shadow-like, but nobody's that good.
Except in shadow.
That's gonna miss, and that's gonna hit. Alrighty.
And because I'm a sneaky guy, I'm going to move back over here and once again stealth it to make sure that I am not predictable where I am.
Tau.
Okay, so let me double check one. I'm gonna do an attack. First one, booming blade.
There are only 2 heads. Everything else is kind of hang-dogging, and
Sorry.
a couple of them are
First attack,
snapping at
booming
you.
blade. Nope.
Nope.
Second attack.
Yep.
And it needs a DC save.
DC. What are we saving for?
The fire damage from my rapier. DC 14 or it's 2d6 damage.
Cool.
Okay, it took half the. So never mind. It doesn't take 4 damage from the piercing fire. So it's 13 plus 9.
Okay.
Or 13
Fair enough. Another.
Sorry, it's 13
the
and
5, right?
Yeah, 13 and 5.
And
Sorry.
then half the 4. So, all right. And anyway, it was enough to kill another head. Merrick, only most of the body is like sloughing back into the water. There's one head still snapping at Talnair.
I kind of like my strategy. It's been working out. I'm going to stick with it.
That's going to hit. Fair enough. It's going to be a kill for the Draconic Spirit, very probably. Yep. And yeah, Draconic Spirit, leaps on that last head and takes in its big Draconic Spirit mouth and rips it off.
Well, once it rips the head off, it's gonna breathe its fire breath down into the carcass, like down the throat, straight up into the body.
Nice. It does so as you hear the body, the flesh burning and crackling as it plunges back down into the. You think it just falls back down to the water.
Are there any heads lying on the ground?
Yeah, we need proof.
Yeah, there's a few heads still on the ground that got, they're basically shooting with arrows most of the time in magic, so not really.
What about the ones that my Draconic Spirit rended?
Yeah, there can be a couple of heads. Do you want Hydra heads?
Don't we need something to prove that we killed it?
It might be a good idea to take one back.
Sure.
Yeah, let Tanya carry it. So.
I mean, they
just saying,
they grow heads back. So.
Yeah, I miss Barovius. F this tank shit.
If there's some muscle meat around the neck, I'll carve that away real quick and put that in our fridge.
Sweet. You have some delicious neck meat.
I think it'd make a good jerky.
It could do so, yes. You do have a Hydra head.
Any loot around there?
You do not see any loot. You see some delicious mushrooms, maybe? But there is a, deep, dark pool of water.
Okay. 2nd level cure wounds on Talnair since he got kind of chewed up.
Yes, the fire hydrant came out of the water, yes.
All right. I think Ravona got the worst of it. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I dropped 49 points.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna use a healer's kit on you.
Okay.
Do we want a night swim for loot?
Whoa, thank you.
Wow, look at that.
I'm never casting a healing spell again.
Yeah, but you could do that in combat. The healer's kit, it takes a little bit of time.
Hey, Shadow, can I have some of that, please?
Sure.
I picked like.
Looks like Tucker might need a little as well.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
And
well,
Tucker needs one. All right.
Yeah, Tucker lost 55 points of health.
because I
Man.
should do mass cure wounds.
Mm.
All right.
Nice. You've been like really rolling well on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really cooperating nicely. Okay. You didn't take any damage, Merrick, right?
Oh no. I ponied way the hell out of range.
Smart man. All right.
But now my Draconic Spirit is basically gonna follow Mozilla around and just kind of follow him for the next hour minus whatever however long this fight took. Since I get a shave an hour, so Mozilla's now got a friend.
Nice.
So that last 25 is my healing?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wish there was an easier way to just say, okay, I'm targeting so and so with this.
You could
Make
type
more
their
op-
name and then hit it.
What's that?
You could type their name and then click it. So type out their name in chat and then hit it, and then type out their name and then hit it.
Yeah, I just kind of wish there was a macro that would make it easier. I could just click on the token and then hit it.
Gosh, the GM should make something like that.
No, Jim shouldn't beat himself up. Jim's been being awesome.
You could probably come up with something like that for you, Shadow. Sweet. Yes, there is a pool of water with a, in theory, dead big hydra down the bottom of it, and a bunch of.
We have water breathing. Tucker, want to go swimming?
growth.
See if there's anything down there.
I would be willing to try that and be stealthy.
I thought that's what you were going to say earlier.
I know our tabaxi is more willing to get into dark murky water, but dark murky water is my kind of thing. So
you're gonna jump in dark murky water
with water.
Well, given that there was a pyrohydra in there, I don't think there's much else, unless it's got little baby pyrohydras.
The pyrohydra's mate.
Mm-hmm.
We might want to set up the psychic link first, because it'd be a heck of a thing to get eaten whole, and you guys would be waiting for me and never show up.
Good idea.
Yeah, I will go ahead and do the Rory's ritual casting of the Rory's telepathic bond, Rary's telepathic bond. Boom,
Okay.
And it also might be a lot enough to draw the attention of the other one. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, since that's a ritual cast, while he's doing that, Merrick's going to ride his pony around and kind of just check the corners of the room as well as that, see if there's anything interesting, treasure, skeletons, whatever.
Gotcha. Yep, you cast it up. Don't really see anything in the thing. Give me a nature check, Merrick. Yeah,
Boy, this ivy with like the 3 leaves looks so comfortable. I should roll around in it.
Yeah, it's you're
Leaves
it all
are
looks
free.
it looks like green stuff to you, and but nothing important. Yeah, you jumping in, Tucker?
Well, this particular stuff is catnip, so we're all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll do a little bit of what's that stealthy thing? And
you're gonna
slip in quietly with no ripples.
Stealthily
and
slip.
Somebody's doing water breathing on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you always have
water
water breathing.
Yeah, we do that in the morning for the day.
Okay.
Tucker makes
I'm gonna
breakfast.
slip in and see what I can find down there. Do I guess an investigation?
Sure.
Well, the first time around, I'll just go around a patrol looking to see if there's anything big and scary down there.
Blub blub blub. Actually, you're not blubbing. You're just like, it's cool. Yeah, give me an investigation.
God, sorry.
Tucker sees that this thing is goes down a ways, 50, 60 feet, and opens up, and there's a passageway back in that direction, and spends a good enough time that the well, I don't know, you don't have a swimming speed, so you're kind of just pulling yourself along, but in order to kind of do the whole thing, it's going to take you, I don't know, good hour to check everything out, the nooks and corners, and because it opens up into a fairly large underground water area.
So,
You're just
what
gonna keep everybody in the loop. Like, I'm okay, everything's
Yep.
cool. Blah,
Yeah, if I see things like, ooh, shiny, I'll let them know.
blah. Give me roll me a percentile check, Tucker. Give me yeah. Give me a 60% or higher. Nice. Blah blah blah. Give me la la la. You find you do see you do find a corpse, a skeletal corpse. Looks like things have been chewed off it and eaten off of it. Has a bag on it. Uh, it does not have any kind of everything that is a weapon or something like that does not look usable. Nothing looks kind of immediately magic, but it does have a pouch of stuff on it. And you reach over and yank it off, and it kind of disintegrates. But there's, I don't know, let's do this. Roll a D100. 500 gold pieces worth of gems of various types in it.
Right.
But you find no exits. You go around pretty much everything that you can find, and you think, how'd this thing get in here, or where'd it come from? But you do not notice any exits. The doesn't join up with a river, or you can't find any kind of inflow or anything like that.
Right. Okay. And they don't feel like a current or anything.
Nope.
Okay. So it's just still water. All right. I'll head back and give them the news.
Sweet. Yeah. What
Sweet.
Cobalt?
So 500 worth of various gems.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wait, was there a body of a Hydra or no?
Oh, and there was a big body of a Hydra. Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to cut off more Hydra meat, you certainly may.
Mostly, I would just check to make sure it wasn't regenerating or something like that.
Yeah, you poke it, and it doesn't poke back.
Okay.
So while he's swimming around, can I take a short rest, or is that not?
Yeah, you can. Everybody can short rest. That's fine. Dog goes away, spirit goes away.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hi, doggy.
you can short rest while Tucker is checking.
Actually, just to be on the safe side, I'll do rope trick and people can short rest up in there.
Okay.
All right.
That's too bad. I was actually looking forward to being able to carry my spirit around for a bit. But
The Tucker, you pop your head out, and where the hell is everybody? But luckily, you can talk to them
how do I
if they want to talk to you.
how do I remove the token?
Oh, just delete it. Speak.
Did we take a short rest? Is that what I see?
You are taking a short rest, yes, while Tucker does his thing.
Okay.
Tucker, that is not a short rest for you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Ravonna, you done rolling?
Yeah.
I was gonna start rolling mine. I don't want to get mix
Mixed
them
up.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
You good?
I mixed mine. I'm done. Thanks.
Okay.
While we're taking a short rest, let's take a short drink break.
Sounds
Good
good.
plan.
Back in like 10.
Great.
Yeah, we got to wait for him.
We're still looking for him.
Cool. You rest up. Tucker comes back. Somebody dries his mouth with some prestidigitation. You have a Hydra head
And some gems.
and some gems.
Not too bad.
I think the
Yeah,
pointy
that
ears
would
should be
look
carrying
like-
the Hydra heads back to. I mean, after all, they are the slaves, so they should definitely be carrying the Hydra head. And then we give Tucker all the credit for slaying it.
Nice. Yeah, it is a rather large head. It
How much
takes
does
a
it weigh?
couple people to lug it around. Oh,
I
geez.
know we could sling it. You know,
Let's
tie it
see.
to my staff, and 2 people could carry
I'm
I
gonna
got
say a
dangerous
couple
floating
hundred.
disc. Yeah, up to 500.
Couple,
Doing this.
yeah, a couple 100 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll use a disc.
All right.
Oh, cool.
Disc.
As a ritual. Yeah, ritual.
Yep. At the end of the short rest, obviously recasting pony power.
Pony power.
Well, ritual casting pony power, but yes.
For pony.
All right. There's now a ghosty pony and an invisible disc with a head floating on it. It's not weird at all.
We're
You
taking
just
that home. Are we going home?
marching back into the main populace of Greznik.
Tucker will climb up on the tensor disc and stand behind it triumphantly. The head, stand by the head triumphantly.
Fair enough. 3 feet in diameter, sure. Yeah, you're kind of like sitting on top of the head as the head sort of draped over the disc. But yeah, the guys definitely think you were dead since you didn't come back for an hour and whatever. But as you show up to kind of the goblin patrol that's on the edge of the edge of the cave system there, they and they seem to be surprised that you're alive, and they definitely get excited when they see the Hydra head, and they start yelling for other goblins to go do something and go get something, and eventually, as you're eventually one of the clericy type of goblin shows up, who can speak some broken common and says, "You kill Hydra."
Yes,
How you do that?
with arrows and
They
with a
look.
dragon.
They look at each other, like look back and forth at each other, like, and nobody can understand.
While he's doing that,
Yeah.
Merrick's going to make an illusion of the Hydra coming up out of the water, and Tucker is jumping through the air, shooting arrows at the heads just like down the line, and then lands in a hero pose.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Again, little marionette show sort of thing, but just showing them what it was like, and they can hear like the screams of agony of the Hydra as it like collapses down.
Yeah, you're drawing a big. You start to draw a big crowd as they point, and everybody's talking in Goblin, and you see some heads shaking, like a lot of them don't believe it, but a lot of them are like glancing over at Tucker and kind of trying to size him up, and you're not sure how many you're winning over, but obviously the end result cannot be ignored. So eventually the guard captain with the little metal thing shows up, and he talks to the clericy thing, and the cleric says, Trillock says he no believe if not see himself. He says he take you to Goblin King now. And he kind of motions you to follow him.
Are we going?
I will follow.
Could you
Merrick-
follow?
Disc and
Eric's going to snap his fingers and again pat the side of his saddle for Tom there to come over and heal properly.
Fair enough. Yeah, he leads you through some things, and it leads you into a kind of a larger cave system with there's more guards. It's kind of more heavily guarded, and eventually leads you into a large chamber with some goblins are reveling in their crappy area, but it's obviously the wealthy cave. And then of course across the way there's a comically large throne for the goblin that sits in it. And Trillic, he kind of stops, motions you to stop and goes up and you can tell that once again it seems to be an unbelievable story. But Trillic is pointing to the head of the Hydra and pointing to Tucker, and then of course the king's eyes are like wide, like that can't possibly be true. But eventually, the little Goblin King steps forward and he says, "Gah!" And he holds his hands out.
folks like to shake it.
I know this one. I watched them earlier. Can I spit on him? Oh, sorry. That wasn't. Is that what goblins do?
Tell there cast comprehend languages on our journey back, or did we not do that?
It's a concentration. I would have to drop the Tinder's floating disc, don't I, for that? No, I don't.
No, you don't. So you want to cast that on your way?
Right before we get into the area, yes.
And technically, Merrick has it in his spell book, so he can do it as well.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, ritualistically, it's probably 10 or 15 minutes to get to where you're going. You're not really doing anything stressful, but it's not. I don't know. Yeah, sure, fair enough. He says, he says, "Thank you, heroes of Gresnik." And he,
All
like
of
I said, his
us.
arms are kind of wide. He's specifically talking to directed his conversation to Tucker.
I kind of give a slight bow to him to thank him, and then I turn to my party and I give them a bigger bow to say thank you for the effort with it, and raise my hands up to say, take praise now for yourself.
He says, and it translates into stay with us for celebration feast.
I look to the others to see if they're okay with that, or actually, no, I don't turn around. I just go through the link. Everybody okay?
Yes, I assume that that they're being translated in your head. So
Yeah.
Tal is translating this, and but yes.
Yeah. So, I doubt we're gonna enjoy the food.
Yeah.
We have other commitments we need to take care of. We need to go back and find the reality bending magic and defeat the evil empire or whatever. Yeah, Chim Pokemon.
We probably
I
don't want
try
to talk about
speaking
this
Draconic to see if anybody else can speak it.
They look at each other weirdly. Uh, he motions to one of the looks like a servant of his that is also robed, and the robed person comes up and says, he goes, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," and the robed person says, ah, uh, the great King Milnock of Dresnik requests your presence at a celebration dinner tonight, except it's all in broken common, but you can understand it.
I say thank you. We would appreciate the such a celebration, but we are very much in a hurry to rescue a friend and to get some of the evil that is in that wing of the cave out of out of your way. So if it's okay with you, we're going to move on tonight because for heroes, the work is never done.
Hmm. Uh, this person looks oddly at you in kind of a worrisome way, and says, turns to the king and says, "Gubba, gubba, 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 gubba." And the people that understand that, the person is the translator is saying, uh, they are quite humbled by uh, the king's
invitation.
generosity and invitation. Uh, and then she turns back to the group and says, in broken common, the great King Milnock of Gredneck requests you to join in celebration dinner. Like it doesn't understand why you would not say no, and is you get the feeling that this person is very hesitant to uh, to destruct low grumbling. Okay, very hesitant to tell the people that you are not joining.
We'll do some
Is the gist of it.
Over the
action
link.
hero moves when we hear the grumbling going on,
Yeah.
and point that direction and confirm with each other as if we're. So I guess we're going to have to head that way and get out of this and not have to go to this crazy celebration.
What's the minor illusion? What's the minor illusion range? That's my concern here.
It's like 60 feet, I think. Hold on, let me find and click it.
Oh,
30 foot. So it's coming from behind the throne.
I say to Merrick in my voice, if they were to give the impression that a bullet was coming, I bet they'd be sure glad to see us go chase it.
Wait, I'm trying to figure out what we're trying to do here. So Merrick is trying to make a sound behind the
throne, just kind of a low, animalistic grumble, growl kind of sound. It sounds like it's off in the distance, but it's actually only 30 feet behind the throne.
Gotcha.
And then over the link, I'm going to say, hey, we can agree to the dinner, but obviously it's going to take them time to cook, and we need to leave before then because I'm not eating this.
Unless Tucker can work some magic.
Tucker goes, okay, we'll have to go. We'll be back. Obviously, they'll take time for your preparations, but we'll be back for the feast as soon as we deal with this next problem.
Give me a persuasion check, Tucker.
Oh dear God.
Does my illusion give him assistance on that because there's the sounds and such? So
Sure. It's going to create a. I mean, the guards in the area are going to start trying to look for whatever is making this sound.
Oh my.
Cool. Give me another one, just because you'll have an advantage.
Do you want performance or persuasion?
Persuasion.
Same for me, but persuasion. Okay.
Nice. Sweet. He turns to the king and says in Goblin, "They are most humbled by your invitation. They request time to rest from their great battle, and they will join us in the feasting room." During the time of the feast or whatever. So the king pauses as if he's taking this in and making sure that that's an acceptable arrangement. And he throws his hands wide and wonderful. That he's saying, please enjoy the wonderful, all the wonderful things that our city has to offer. We will feast at, and he says, we'll feast at 3 hours from now, whatever that time may be. And he,
Yeah, I grab a rock and teleport. Where am I teleporting to?
you just gonna blink out in front of everybody?
I could. Was Merrick being serious over the link?
yeah, Merrick was totally serious. I mean, if you'd like, I could.
I was dealing with the kids. Sometimes I can show what happened.
The king's invited you to a feast. The translator does not want to say that you said no. So Tucker has convinced them that yes, you will go, but you need time to deal with something first. So the person said that you just needed to rest up. Is trying to save face and not trying to save face both ways and not be killed or
So here's a
for
question.
translating.
Tal does not say this. Tal, like, do we really want to make enemies of these goblins? Is eating
I
shitty
thought you
food
did.
one evening worth making enemies? Tal does not say this because Tal's saying fuck these goblins.
If we get away for a little while, I can make us a normal meal, and then we can go down fully fed and not have to worry. Just pretend to eat their whatever they're offering.
Mm-hmm.
I'll eat it in front of them very loudly because, man, I'm a kobold. We'll eat anything, man.
I mean, technically, I could silent image like a hole around us so that it looks like we fall into the ground, and then you could port us out. And because of illusory reality, within a minute, the hole would still be real, so they could walk up to the hole and fall into it too if they wanted. But I don't care. I'm not the party leader.
I don't think we have a party leader. That's kind of the problem.
We have an elf who's nobility who insists that he like be followed at all times.
Well, yeah, but doesn't really make him the leader. That just makes him a loudmouth.
Yeah, but he's the one who recruited Merrick, so Merrick treats him like the leader.
We're talking about me or Barovius. Hold on for a second. The elf said what?
A little bit of both. So yeah, if we need to do a dramatic exit, sure, that can happen.
Do we need to make a dramatic exit? That's the question.
I mean, on the one hand, yes, we don't want to necessarily eat goblin food because, well, ew. But it's also one of those things where I don't think there's anything that we're after at this point because we got the info that we needed from Noob, and we've got, kind of the king's favor right now, except for us having to exit before the feast.
Does
So
the king have a crown?
Yes, he's wearing a bent up, but it looks to be probably made out of gold. But
I need an item from here so I can teleport back if we ever need it. Are you following me?
okay, so we want to blow up all of our efforts for getting on their good side by taking the crown.
You asking me or Tao? That's the question.
Both. Both.
Not metagaming. So Tao, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, right now, like I said, the king has, gone back to his throne, and people are we're searching around for this illusion if he's keeping it up for a whole minute.
I need a rock or something I can pick up real quick. So if we ever need to teleport back, we can.
Yeah, easy enough.
Do you want to teleport back to the king's throne room, though? I mean,
yes, I
they
do.
gave us 3 hours. Okay.
All right.
Whoa.
You have
when I come back, it's gonna be my throne room.
You have a rock to the throne room. You are welcome to hang out and then go to the feast. You're welcome to walk out of Kresnik, or you're welcome to teleport out of Kresnik. The noob did tell you about Lotham, the outcast hermit who may have knowledge about the magic.
Oh, is there an outcast goblin hermit?
Yeah.
Is that the hermit marking on the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got 3 hours, and that should be time to go visit him, yes? Because he's just right around the corner from the bazaar.
Yeah.
And then we could always do the dramatic exit in front of him, and then will they believe him? I don't know.
We could slip and fall into the river because we all have water breathing, and then he can just teleport us out from in the river. So we go into the river to go back, and then we just never come back out of the water.
Oh, there you go.
We were lost.
Okay. Is there any disagreement with this plan? 3, 2, 1. We're going to the hermit.
Yep.
Yeah, hermit, fine.
Okay.
All right, hermit it is. You pass through the bazaar. Once again, you get a lot of looks. Word must have spread as you hear a bunch of people, a bunch of goblins saying things like, they know kill Hydra. No, I saw my own eyes, and some eyes, they're everybody's telling lies to everybody else, and some people don't believe it, but some people think you're decent. They still look over the elves with disdain, but in general, the party itself is getting much nicer looks as opposed to meaner looks. So that's something. But yeah, you follow noobs / your map's directions to this Lotham dude, and there is a very very delicate path along the underground river that it's easy enough to get along, but you got to take your time, kind of travel along.
How deep is the river there, and how fast is it moving?
It's moving pretty quickly. It looks like it disappeared. I mean, you can't, it disappears into the darkness. But it is flowing from east to west.
Okay, so I have to dismount from pony power to follow the delicate trail, or can I stay up on my pony for that?
Yeah, it's a ghost pony. It's actually probably just as good as anything. So yeah, if you ever, you wouldn't be wanting like large mounts or something coming down here, but
Okay.
your pony's good. Who was leading the way?
Shadow.
Shadow, give me an investigation check, please.
Sure.
Nice. There is some strung up alarm type of, crudely made little traps, not traps, but just that'll's gonna make a lot of noise if you, got some cans and stuff or some pots, and you're able to disarm them if you so desire.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, what do you guys think? He's a hermit. If we just kind of appear out of nowhere without his alarms going off,
Eric would suggest that we avoid the alarms, enough noise that he can hear us coming. So not necessarily disable his alarm, but go around them or whatever, and then just make sure that we're making, we're talking and making noise as we go up.
yeah, that works. It'd be kind of difficult for me to want to trip the trap that I found.
Yeah.
That whole professional policy.
Exactly. Yeah. Fair enough. You're not trying to be sneaky. You're trying to just let people know, look, we're not bad guys sneaking up on anybody here. And you hear as you get closer out from one of the, looks like you can kind of see the cave entrance dart into the side, so it expands from the riverbed, and you hear let's see, you hear gobble, 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 gobble.
Again?
Let's see, still have
Comprehend.
still has the thing up. You can still understand. So, who's out there? Who's coming this way?
Friends?
Translating it for Shadow, since Shadow's out in front, but Shadow's the speaky person I think we nominated this time.
Okay. Friends who wish to speak with you.
In common?
Yeah. I'm not using Elvish.
Sweet. You hear in perfect common, friends. Why, I haven't had friends visit me for, well, that then to carry a long time now. Do I have any friends? Well, let's see, friends, and
We can be.
and you see a little head pop out. It looks like maybe half goblinish, like I don't know, human, half goblin. Yeah, like half goblin, human, more humanoid than goblin, but like half elf except half goblin. And he looks down the way at the little trail and sees a shadow there, and oh my, quite a few of you out there. How can I help you?
Well, we were told that you knew some things that others didn't want to believe, and we were hoping to hear those stories and share some of ours with you as well.
Oh, Lotham knows all kinds of things. Stories to tell. Yes, come this way. Stories to share, stories to tell. And he pops out and waves you toward him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Being as casually careful as he usually is. Basically, the idea is, it's like we're going basically give the appearance of trusting him, but be ready for anything still.
Sure, makes sense. Yeah, it's a pretty tiny dude. But he waves you into the cave. The cave opens up into sort of a larger area. Just garbage and stuff strewn everywhere. Uh, there is a there's an obvious sleeping area. A little area where he cooks things. You can see along the little bank right there. There's a where he can tries to catch fish and strings things up to dry, and it's got the whole thing going on, whole hermit thing going on. You also see as you walk in, the cave kind of opens up, and there's just scribbled writings and stuff all over the walls. And yeah, kind of covering the walls. Welcome, 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 welcome all. Lotham hasn't had visitors, and he starts doing calculation in his head. To carry that one, oh, a long, long time. He says, "Can I offer you some stew?" And he has, I'm afraid I don't have enough for everyone, but I have a couple of extra bowls.
We good.
Actually, we've been invited to the victory feast this evening and don't want to ruin our appetite. But some water would be nice.
Victory speech, or victory. What was victorious?
Merrick will do the little marionette illusion thing again, showing Tucker valiantly destroying the Hydra. But this time, Talnair will also be actively, standing in the front there, slashing at it with his rapier and all that.
Oh, okay. Ooh, my. Powerful magics. And he says, and he just grabs a cup off the, off a little shelf, goes out to the river, scoops it in the water, comes back, hands it to Merrick.
Okay. Prestidigitation. It is ice cold and delicious lemonade. Flavor wise.
Yeah. Stories to tell. That's a good one, he says, with the when you show him the Hydra and that sort of thing.
Impressive. So can anyone read the writing on the wall?
Yeah, give me Arcana checks for those that have the both Merrick and Merrick. Cool. Fair enough. Yeah, Merrick. It is, and Tal, you see it too. It is scribblings on the various schools of magic, kind of philosophical thoughts on the art of illusion, or philosophical thoughts on the art of conjuring, and yeah, it kind of covers the basis of the various schools. That's what you get out of that.
As a student of arcane history and an illusionist, I would happily spend a few minutes talking with him about some of the details, the finer points of illusory philosophy and
oh my god,
over the last 500 years.
Oh my god, he ignores the rest of the group as he pulls you down on a little pelt, and just soaks up every piece of information that you are telling him, and he starts giving you historical notes that you weren't aware of, and blah blah blah, and it is incredibly fascinating. The time just starts vanishing as everybody else just is like, what the hell?
Okay. Well, before we get too far into that, I'm gonna, after we start talking about that for a few minutes and establishing a rapport, I'm gonna try and transition the discussion towards reality bending magic and explain to him that Talnair is actually, a master of, warping reality, and try to pull Talnair into the conversation.
Okay. Yeah, he, Tal, what's your wizardry school specialty? Don't you all pick something like that or not?
Blade
He's
singer.
a blade singer.
Oh, so it doesn't have a,
Correct.
so it does not like a.
Yeah, it's not like he's a transmuter or something like that.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, he is much more interested in talking to Merrick, but he certainly loops you in and uh, looking for reality bending magic, are you? Only the most powerful can do that. That's he says. Um, Lotham can't access that magic. And then he looks around. And he says, "But Lotham can take you there." Kind of in a whisper.
I kind
That's
of want to
really
know
tempting.
why he's whispering first.
Mm.
Why are we whispering?
But he says that reality bending magic, not for the faint of heart. In order to attain that, one must be a master of all schools.
Merrick's going to make another illusion from memory. The one where Talnair he's going to show Talnair trapping the Wraith, and then it's like a little montage, greatest hits sort of thing. Talnair basically winning, that magic fight versus the Wraith, which was one of the first fights that Merrick saw. Another one where he defeated the Ice Dragon, and all that. Just kind of, it's just a quick little thing to show that, hey, no, I may be a student of history, but this guy's the real deal as far as like magic power goes.
He goes over and escorts. He tries to grab a hold of your hands, Tal, to take you someplace. Going to allow him that?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. I'll follow.
He takes your hands and sets you down, and he starts looking you over and brings your hands, kind of like doing a little fortune telling look at it, and then he starts incanting a spell. Are you going to allow him to cast such spell?
Sure.
You're not
What
sure.
he can do.
You glow a little bit. You do not feel anything weird. And like kind of purple, and then there's a little yellow, and then there's a strong orange, and kind of aura you up. And he reaches out and kind of plucks at it like he's trying to grab something that's not really there.
Do I recognize the spell that he's casting?
No, you do not.
Okay.
It's magic. But he does his whole 5-10 minute thing of just like, sussing you out and checking out your lines of, all your magic lines and auras and all that stuff. And he turns to Merrick and he said, this one may. He says, Lotham hasn't seen one this powerful before. This one may.
Yeah, Merrick's going to agree with him.
He says, Lotham can show you the way, but you have to be prepared. Only the strong.
You want a full rest before we go, guys?
Only the strongest.
Yeah, Herbert,
only the strongest of all. He says, only the strongest of all schools can pass the test.
Merrick is perfectly good to go right the heck now, But if the rest of the party needs time to prepare themselves and all of that, he could be persuaded to stay. But a chance to learn new magic or to research new magic and have Talnair learn it so that he can learn it later because out of character reasons. Yes.
Tucker, you're breathing kind of hard in the microphone. Can you move it away a little bit?
I'm not actually the one breathing.
Oh, I think that was Scatter
Cat?
again.
Oh, my bad.
All right. Fine.
My bad.
Sweet,
Is this better? Should I do this too?
How's that?
That's fine.
All right.
Let me know when I can breathe.
Sorry, buddy. So yeah, fuck it. We'll go now if we're ready. I'm only missing my 8th level spell, so
There's just the goblins to consider.
yeah, we need to go quicker. You're right.
What did you burn an 8th level slot on?
To counter your spell or something like that. We haven't rested since then.
No, we did. Because we leveled up after that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then I guess I.
Yeah, I think you did. I think you did.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so never mind. I am fully ready then.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've got all of my spell slots. The only thing I'm missing is my Arcane Restoration, which I don't care that much about.
Or no, I used
Well,
Demiplane. Did I use Demiplane to return? No, we rested beforehand. Yeah. Demiplane, return the orb is what it was.
That's right. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Be thinking about the excuse we're going to make when we try to go back to the Goblin Town later, if that's the case.
We were delayed.
I'm ready to go now. Fuck it.
I use a little more healing, though, is the thing.
Oh,
We can take care of that.
Mm.
How much healing do you? How
I'm
much?
30 down at the moment. I'm 30 HP down.
When we short rested, you didn't use any of your hit dice when we short rested?
I didn't short rest. Remember, I was looking for the money.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were swimming.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so we need a short rest at the very least for me to be able to do any healing. That one doesn't count.
Yeah.
Hell, he could have been riding on the Hydra's head on the Tidriflin disc and resting.
He said it was only a 10-minute walk.
Oh, 10 minutes?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was short.
15 minutes from the thing. So.
You're right, because our short rest, he was swimming, so he couldn't have. That makes sense.
Right.
It wasn't exactly a spring water.
So, do you get the healing from the shadow?
Only if there was a short rest involved.
Yeah. No.
Have you healed him since the short rest?
We did. No, he was swimming. We haven't had a short rest since he went
he
swimming.
healed him before the short rest, but Tucker didn't get the short rest, so he can't benefit from another heal pack until he.
Shadow had to do a short rest. They had? Okay, my bad. Wrong way.
Yeah, the recipient has to short rest.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got that backwards.
No worries.
Wolfram says, yes, I can show you. I can show you the way. Would you like your friends to come as well?
Of course.
He's talking to Tao.
Of course.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Everybody, please just have a seat. And he leads everybody to just kind of the center of the cave and in the sort of to make a circle, and he starts brewing up.
Before he does that, I'm just going to, in common over by the entrance, I'm just going to take a stick, and in the dirt, I'm just going to write a little note that says, "Be back later," and then go sit down.
Okay.
Just in case anybody comes looking for him,
Sure. The he motions to Merrick to come and starts explaining kind of what he's doing and that sort of thing, and you follow it all, and I might come up with some sort of benefit for whatever that means, but just note that you have been instructed by Lotham, and I'll try to come up with that means something or not. But yeah, he's he's got little potions and herbs and blah blah blah, and he's drawing diagrams on the thing, and he's he puts a little sprig of this in, and poof, smoke pops. Smoke pops away, and oh, there's little blue stars and green clovers and yellow moons and all that kind of stuff. And he brings over starts pouring them all into five, pouring this liquid into five little cups. He brings it around, and then he lights a little old crappy brazier there in the middle, and the smoke starts filling up the room, and the he says, um, hands out the liquid to everybody, and says, drink deeply, uh, uh, drink deeply, breathe deeply, and be transported.
So in the stuff that he mixed and the magic he used, did I notice anything to make me think that this would not be what we asked for?
Give me an Arcana check. No. I mean, you aren't 100% sure of what this thing is going to do, but nothing in it looked like it was deadly or poisonous or
Okay,
anything
cool.
like that.
Merrick will lead everybody off by drinking and then inhaling heavily, and then is going to pointedly look at Ravona to see if she coughs when she inhales.
Merrick starts off. Merrick, you take a deep drink, and as you inhale, your vision, you turn to Ravona, and she sort of swirls in your vision as it becomes mist filled, and you just fall into this sort of deep mist. Everybody that is still hold on a sec. Um, Pop into. I'm not going to pop into side room, but I'll come in a second. So pop into side room, will you, Merrick, for a second while I explain other stuff. Thank you. Yeah. So he's the first to drink and breathe in deeply, and his head just falls to his chest. Nothing happens. Anybody else next?
I do look at the goblin. I can be wrathful and take a drink.
You what? Sorry, what was the thing?
I basically look at the goblin and go, hey, I can be extremely wrathful. And I go ahead and take my drink.
That's nice.
Right before you
All right,
learn
hold on. I'll
something.
be right back.
Okay.
Did you say be right back, or do I go? Oh,
He said, "Be right back."
okay.
All right. So yeah. So same thing happens with Tal. He first threatens the goblin, and then takes a big drink, and the same thing happens.
Is there anything that would make a qualified poisoner fear for himself?
I don't know. I mean, you see what happens. I mean, it
It looked like
you
sleeping.
What would I roll to test that?
give me a perception check.
Okay. Do I add anything to it, or
That's fair enough. They're sitting right there. They're breathing.
okay? Then I'm going to just drink it.
All right, you take a drink, and things swirl. That's two left.
Look at there. Who's left?
Shadow is left.
Shadow. Look at Shadow and say, and start drinking. Shrug and drink. Why not?
Shadow. Everybody is in the position where that I said they are, and the goblin dude is looking over at you expectantly.
Okay. Everybody appears to be just asleep after drinking it, from what I can tell. So
Pretty much, yeah.
I'll follow their lead this time.
Fair enough. Poof, poof, poof. Things swirl.
Game over, everybody. It's been real. Thanks.
Yep.
You wake up naked and alone, and no, it's let's see. La, la, la.
That's how most adventures end, isn't it? Waking up naked and alone.
Hoping no one, see you that way.
Hoping no one remembers seeing me that way.
That's good.
Merrick.
Why is Merrick bigger than me? The elf is scared.
And Shadow.
We're scaled by our magic power level.
Yeah. All right. Let me read to everybody. Shadow is not quite full. Not quite full. And there you go. The mists and things clear around your eyes, and as far as you know, you are standing in what looks to be a very large hallway. Below you, it's like you're standing on some kind of glass, maybe. Swirls of mist below your feet, but it's definitely solid. There's rock walls that kind of radiate a power, and yeah, that's what you see.
Okay. Well, I don't see Hooter around, and I'm assuming my spirit pony didn't come with me. So Merrick's gonna call Hesperos out.
Okay.
It's just a drag and drop, right?
I think so. Yeah. I think you should be able to grab it. Think. Oh, I'll make him a little smaller.
Yeah, he's about my size.
La, la, la. Yeah. Kind of stairs that lead up, and walls and things lead off into various ways. I don't know. Did I do the? Hold on. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. So dynamic lighting is on. You see what you see.
I'm gonna pinch myself and see if I'm awake or whatever.
You pinch yourself. Ow.
Damn.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
What the fuck did the goblin do to us?
We were sleeping. I mean, I guess you were sleeping.
You send the owl up there. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, he's gonna
As soon as
fly.
the owl is flying, that's where he's going.
Yeah, he's flying up there.
You see two doors. If you can see through the owl, which I assume you can. I don't know. You tell me.
It appears that mechanically I can see through the owl. And
Well, I mean, can you spell? I mean, can you really? I mean, is your character capable of doing that?
the wording of find familiar, I believe you have to, if he's within 100 feet, he can communicate it. And then as an action, you can see through his eyes, but then you're deaf and blind to your own. So
Cool.
Yeah, so he's just communicating to me right now. I don't have any reason to see through his eyes.
Cool. Shoot, what was I going to do with that one? Okay, definitely on the. Now I got to look something up. Sorry.
And also, just time check. We've got about 15 minutes.
Yeah, you guys, I'm going to give you the kind of the lowdown of what's going on here, and then you can decide what you want to do. On the left, you see a door, and on the door there is a large painted image of a minotaur on that door. And also on that door, you see a well, yeah, I don't know if he knows what that means. Well, because he doesn't have your knowledge base. He says there's things painted on there's pictures painted on the doors and words on the door.
Okay. Well, when he does that, I can use an action to temporarily see through his eyes to see what it is, and then revert my sight back.
That door to the left has a conjuration symbol on it. So basically, you recognize a school of conjuration, and it also has a large picture of a minotaur there. And on the other one, you had to go that direction. It has a picture of it looks to be a man. It looks to be a man kind of grasping at his head and looking kind of crazy, like crazily something's wrong. I'm losing my mind. And on that door is a symbol of enchantment.
Oh, so it's a Talnair door. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's going to fly it back down here and then fly up the other side. But I won't fly him up the other side until everybody else has had their chance to do something.
Sure.
I'll let you scout.
All right. I'm just going to type these out. Let's see. You see, as you fly around and scout things out, minus that one.
So that one doesn't have any doors.
There are doors. Bank. Let's see. There you go. You see symbols on various doors. You see a conjuration, and I will give details of these, but it's like a minotaur. A walking minotaur. Necromancy door has images of dead plants, wilted plants, and dying trees. The evocation door has an image of a beautiful sunrise. The abjuration one has it's an odd image. It looks sort of like empty black void surrounded by magical energy. So I'm just calling it kind of a black hole on the abjuration door. The transmutation doors has images of storm clouds on it. The divination door has images of a man with the typical third eye in his and looks like kind of an all-seeing where he has
Okay. So you get partying to choose east or west because Hesperos has to be within 100 feet of me for us to communicate. So I can only see down 2/3 of the way. So we have to go around one side or the other.
Also, I gave it away because the enchantment, and like I said, the enchantment has a guy like, grabbing his head like he's lost his mind. The thing that jumps out of you as you kind of move around and is that these are all schools of magic, and B, you're missing an illusion school.
That makes me very sad. As an illusionist whose spellbook primarily consists of illusion spells and a couple of evocation spells for good measure. But this is Talnair's spirit quest, not mine. So
What does Donia want?
What? I'm trying to look. Conjuration, transmutation. Transmutation one. Why not?
You going up the transmutation door?
Sure.
Fair enough. La la la.
Since they're not labeled on the map, I'm assuming you're just gonna move us. Oh, okay, cool.
Transmutation door.
Can you shift ping us?
Right. Shift ping us. Ping. I think I got them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one missing.
You missed
Tucker.
Tucker.
Oh, sorry, Tucker.
Oh,
Also, there's a little tiny gap in your wall lines, so there we can see a little tiny bit of pink into the inner room.
Oh, that's cool. Doesn't matter. Not so much about the room. Yeah. Only the strongest power of the schools echo in your mind, and there
We
is
also appear to be snapping to grid.
yeah.
image of storm clouds.
So do you think I just throw the most powerful transmutation spell I have at it? Or do you think the fucking storm clouds actually make a difference? Anybody? Ideas?
Well,
No idea.
as a student of arcane, storm clouds typically would make me think lightning, but that's not going to be transmutation, right? Because most of the good lightning spells are evocation.
Yeah. Or conjuration for actual storm, possibly.
Both. Actually, hold on a second. Let me see who can roll me this. Um, this is a. Oh darn it! I don't have who's in. Give me a. All the both wizards can roll me an arcane and arcana, and so can Ravona.
Arcana?
Yep.
When we get to the one that deals with enchantment, would Shadow be able to do that since Arcane Trickster deals enchantment?
Possibly. This has so Tal, you know the most you think of it you think of your studies and your various you know and you think that you've heard of people being able to control weather with transmutation spells, very powerful transmutation spells, as you glance at the storm cloud and think, oh, that seems to make sense.
Okay, so I wonder if we need that specific spell. Ivona, got anything?
Weather? No.
This is
We
the
are mostly underground. I don't know how weather will be helpful. Unless we're gonna use fog or whatever to hide in, you know. Which I actually already have a spell of sort.
All right, we're at time. Well, we're close enough time, but I'm going to leave you all with this. Uh, you know, only the strongest, blah blah blah, rings out in your head. Uh, take that as what you will.
Only the strongest.
Only the strongest, magic, blah blah blah, and you know, these images might mean something. So there you go. Are you going to be able to do this? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not at the current situation. But you can certainly figure out what you need if you don't have it. So
I don't like puzzles.
yeah.
Not when there's not
Anyway,
enough clues.
are there any questions as far as, I mean, I'm not trying to give anything away. I'm not trying to make it easy, but the general gist is, yeah, there are probably specific spells.
I'm assuming. Am I okay to make an assumption of a spell at that level with the Arcana check? Control weather is literally an 8th level transmutation spell.
Yeah.
Which one I cannot.
That the druid can prepare.
Wait. Oh yeah. You see?
Pretty sure it's a druid spell also.
Is that control weather?
Yeah. I know
Control weather.
1/8 spell total, and it's illusion.
It seems
So-
ability for that one.
So yes, I would, look through high level spells of various kinds and
you're
see
right.
what might
Druid,
what
wizard, and cleric.
might match up. See if that's
Which
something
I know I'm probably good. Well,
possible or not.
huh.
Anywho, thanks for playing.
All right, good game.
Been very
Yeah, we'll figure out what happens. And like I said, you have.